Ladies and gentlemen, it brings me great pleasure. Bro, this guy. Bro, there was 1 minute to go. No, it was 20 seconds, Spence. 20 seconds and you decided to come on. You got Manny there, me there saying, bro, this guy's late again. But
No.
anyway, anyway.
You want to talk about late? You've been late for 3 months. Oh, sorry, you just weren't here. Oh, all right, sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen.
Ladies and gentlemen, it brings me great pleasure to bring to you another episode of The Fight Is Right. In the magical words of dream it, believe it, become it.
Coming
What
up.
goes,
Peace,
what
Sufi.
goes
I'm
first?
good, you know. I'm good. See, like
Mm,
you lot's been getting kind of active still.
come on. Old tight Jermaine Williams, 4,700 in the building. Daniel, right, I feel like I actually need glasses now. Because my eyes are burning me. But that's because I've been on the screen all morning. But anyway, old tight Darren Ballers, Daniel Grace 9671, Miss Lovely Levi 30 is in the building. Old tight Guzzy 37, Superman Suf. Superman Sultan. He says, big up to the Spencers. Always appreciate your what that? Always appreciate your streams, legends, as always. Old tight Yemi X, Freddy 417. Dan the man's 15. I see you, bro. Old tight Steve Bailey. Come on, my eyes are so blurry. So well, I'm still not scrunching and going right up to the screen. So old tight Sauku 8179, old tight Joe Barrow, Becky, the one, the only, lovely Hell 6076. Old tight Joe Barrow, Mike Joseph's in the building. Also, Checkmate. I ain't seen you for a hot minute. Old tight Checkmate 7345. Alan Skill also here. Sammy. Let us start, Spence, because I'm fed up squinching up my eyes. My dust my dad texting me every. You know what? That age when you get when like some of us have to be thankful that our parents are still here
Bro,
because
trust me.
Spencer's always telling me appreciate your parents while they're still alive. And although I'm laughing at it, my dad from the crack of dawn, this guy be sending me what is cinnamon, what is turmeric, like our parents don't, our parents they don't really on this new thing, which this sudden discovery. They just eat well and live well, and that's really what it's been. So my phone going off in the background is my dad saying, "What is this? What is this? What is that?" Anyway, we're doing a show. Spence, let us start. Ota Alan Skill, he says, Assalamu alaikum, Spence, peace and blessings, Tun, stamina for soul, bringing the ant and deck of boxing to the masses. You don't know. What's that in your background, Spence?
I don't know, man. I'm just right by the TV, so I said, right.
That's kiddie. That's kiddies. We know what you're watching now. You're watching the kiddies. You're watching the kiddies thing.
Yeah, all the time, bro.
All right, yeah, we know. Old tight, Steve Bailey says Tony Bellew said in an interview AY wants to fight Ben Whitaker. No. Bro, this is what I'm trying to say. Misinformation. He never said AY wants to fight. They asked him who he wants Ben Whitaker. No, in fact, the way it went is Andy Lee, the trainer of Ben Whitaker, said the fight that he wants is Mr. Anthony Yarde. And Tony Bellew went, oh, I don't know. I'm not too sure. Tony Bellew went, boy, I'm not too sure about that fight. That's a dangerous fight. But Andy Lee said he wants to fight. And then Ade asks Tony, come on, let's just all be real now. What fight inevitably do you want to see next, or certainly when Ben Whitaker makes his UK debut? And Tony Bellew emphatically said Mr. Anthony Yarde. And Spencer, what was I saying last week on the show, please? What was I saying? What was I saying when I went into Talksport Radio and told Simon Jordan, it don't matter what you conjure up with these light heavyweights.
Conjuring, or they
Nobody.
working black magic.
I said no one is going anywhere until they test the one, the only Mr. Anthony Yarde. So you can regurgitate all these light heavyweights, Willie Hutchinson, XYZ, Joshua Boatsi, Callum Smith. We all know that the only one is that's gonna make the revenue that you're paying some of these guys to fight is AY. It's just as simple as that. It's just as simple as that. And so we sit here waiting to see. We don't need to call out no one because we've been fighting the elite fighters of the past 3 generations. And Anthony doesn't need to prove himself or call out any British light heavyweight until they step up and fight David Benavidez, Sergey Kovalev going to Russia. And as Spencer reminded me, we got to remember that Ant went to Russia
As
when
a
he was
novice.
when he was a novice. It was a novice. Nowadays, these men want all these fights to warm up, but yet they're having all these experience, Olympic experience. But Ant went there as a novice. As a novice, bro. Then you're fighting a man with 100% knockout ratio in Artur Beterbiev. And then you're fighting the monster who can't get a fight at super middleweight. Everyone ducked him, including Canelo at super middleweight. Then everyone ducked him at light heavy. Till now, he has to move up to cruiserweight. He has to move up to cruiserweight to get a fight. So
to get a challenge, Tunde. Not a fight, a challenge.
A challenge. So don't nobody tell me in the UK that Anthony Yarde is asking to fight some brothers just coming up. Come on, man. Let's get real. And you know me, I'm a Ben Whitaker supporter, but there ain't no what, like, bro, everybody has got to come here. Like, we're not going there. Everybody's got to come here. So that's the situation. I don't want to turn this into a AY conversation because I don't want to take the shine off of Ben Whitaker last night. Ben Whitaker was fantastic last night. I said it. If you go look at my X account, my Twitter account, which the old boys know it as, you see, I said this fight will be finished in 1 round. Go check. Just go check Tunde Ajayi's X. And so said, so done. The fight was finished in 1 round.
Ramirez knocked him out as well, innit?
Ramirez knocked him out in 1 round. Like, come on, man. What you think? Like, you can't. This ain't like we know what going. And Ramirez wasn't and not, don't get it twisted, not Gilberto Ramirez, the cruiserweight, the South American Ramirez, who is scheduled to fight Lerone Richards, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. So Ramirez, yeah,
he's fighting Lerone, yeah.
He's fighting Lerone took that fight. It was cancelled the first time round. I don't know if it was Ramirez who got sick or something like that. Dave Coldwell will be best to inform us on that. But the fight has been rescheduled, and Ramirez is gonna fight Lerone Richards for, I think, I'm not too sure what belt that is, but it's one of the belts. It's one of the belts.
Okay.
So yeah, so Ben is a fantastic young fighter. But these boys are running out of opposition before they're fighting, because that's what it ultimately boils down to. You got to fight the guy. You see, we never had the opportunity to fight the guys before the guy, but because so much money is being given out nowadays, we have to remember it's still a business. It's still a business. And so, anything can happen in boxing. Occasionally we get, guys that are just dead certs. Colin Hart, rest his soul, before he passed, he said, dead cert, AJ will be a champion early on in his career. He said, dead cert, Daniel Dubois would be a
Danger
champion.
boy.
And he said dead cert Moses Atauma would be a world champion. So there are dead certs, no doubt about it, in the sport of boxing. But anything other than a dead certs, you're gambling. You're gambling.
And I want to correct you and tell you this now. There are no dead certs in boxing.
There you go. I mean,
There ain't.
talk on that,
There
Spence.
ain't. But you know what? I remember, right? there was Bernard Taylor, yeah?
Yes.
We're talking 1985 Bernard Taylor. This man was an Olympian, Golden Gloves champion. He was a superb fighter. Had a draw against Eusebio Pedrosa. Yeah? The man that famously beat. Right? That man, as far as I'm concerned, Tunde, his skills, and now I've mentioned it, you're not going to go back and watch this Bernard Taylor, American brother. Yeah? Over his little dry jerry juice, right? You know when the jerry juice is a bit dry, it ain't got the proper curl in it, right? This man was a dead cert in the featherweight division, yeah? And Barry McGuigan beat him. As far as I'm concerned, forget about the Pedrosa win that Barry McGuigan had. This was Barry McGuigan's, to me, his best win.
Yes.
Right? And Barry McGuigan punched him up. You know what I mean? And I remember that song. And it was actually, it was 1980, it was 1986. The reason why it stands out in my mind, because it was the same day as the Brixton riots, when Cherry Gross, Brandy Lee's mom, got shot. So
yes.
I just want people to read, there are no dead certs in boxing, bro.
Well, that's an interesting spin. But you know, I mean, ultimately, I feel like it's a business. Boxing is a business more so than ever. And so, you know, you can't just be giving kids money. I mean, Eddie's been very vocal this week with regards to Conor, who we're going to speak about, you know, just getting this 15 million for a one fight deal. And is it actually true? Because if it's not true, there's going to be some lawsuits incoming, you know,
but why would there be lawsuits coming in?
Because you're basically, I mean, I don't want to, you know, misquote anybody, but I feel like there could have been an approach while still under management.
No, but that's the thing. You're saying under management. It was never under management. Them man had a handshake agreement.
Okay, well, see, I don't know.
As far as Eddie Hearn was concerned,
yes.
sorry to cut you, my brother. Right. As far as Eddie Hearn was concerned, after all the things that Eddie Hearn perceived that he did for Conor Benn, right?
Yes.
Are you hearing this lending money and
Dickie Davis in the background? Oh,
come on, not
only Dickie Davis, you know.
Veteran Dickie Davis, right? So he goes, after all those things, he thought like, I didn't need a handshake. I didn't need a signed agreement because we had a handshake. It was like a verbal agreement. Like, I'm representing you and that's that. You know what I mean? Frank Smith, Eddie Hearn's, the CEO of Matchroom? He's of a different thinking. Like you say, right, you need to get things sorted out. You need to get things signed. Unfortunately, it didn't happen. And people are on Eddie saying like, right, why did he get it signed then? And he thought, well, I didn't think I needed to do it. So they are hurt. Matchroom, Barry Hearn more than anyone. They're probably hurt by this. But what I'm saying is this. It is easy for anybody to say what somebody else is meant to be doing until they're not in that position. When you're in that position, then you're going to find out what you're going to do for what you're not going to do.
I've always said that.
But what I am going to say is there's also ways around things. You know what I mean? Or how you go about it. But you know what? End of the day, that's not my concern. My concern is as a boxing fan, as a person that is a purist of this sport that likes to watch this sport. These things happen time and time again. This is nothing new. There's nothing new under the sun, and there's nothing old under the moon. So that's how it goes.
And while we're on that, you know, I think after the fight, you know, there were talks about, you know, I wouldn't like to be a free agent after that performance, but in true Conor Benn fashion, he's just bounced back with a free fight deal, Spence.
Right. So when Eddie Hearn's saying, right, I don't know if it was 15 million, I don't know, and all the rest of it, yeah? And he's going to try and dig into things and all the rest of it. This is one thing, right? Because I don't like keep on going on about this contacting with Conor Benn. What I'm saying is this. How do we know? How does anybody know? Like, part of the contract deal was that you can't speak to Eddie Hearn.
Say that again. Repeat that, please, Spence. Sorry.
How do we know? Part of the contractual agreement, yeah?
Yes.
Right? was like, nobody's to know about you doing this deal, and you can't speak to Eddie Hearn. Because we're seeing a lot of going back and forth and a lot of pettiness going on with these guys. So how do we know that that didn't happen, or that was kind of like the unwritten rule within this? So like, and Conor feeling away like, oh, I can't do this and that and blah blah blah. We don't know. What I am going to say is this. Going back to the first thing that we're speaking about, I would love to see Ben Whitaker and Anthony Yarde fight each other.
Yeah, so would I.
Right? No, like I'm gonna be real, Tun. I'm saying like next up. Right? Well, I'm not gonna say, oh yeah, go fight Dan Aziz, then go fight Craig Richards, you know what I mean? And then fight Yarde. No, forget all of that nonsense. Go fight Anthony Yarde next. And I'll tell you why next, yeah?
Yes.
Because you guys come up second best in your last fight.
Yes.
That should be the grounding to say, right, because you know what? If Yarde comes back and he gets a knockover job or all the rest of it,
yes,
something. Andy Lee's a very clever man. Something that Andy Lee may see and think, oh,
wow. Spencer paid his Wi-Fi again. Spenny Rankin, what's going on? Can anyone pay for Spencer's Wi-Fi? Can anyone pay for Spencer's Wi-Fi, because it seems to have short-circuited. Bobby, right? Can we deal with Spencer's Wi-Fi right now? The computer said no. Spencer, you're chatting too much. They've locked him off. They've locked Spencer off. Where's Spence? Spence, let me phone him. Oh my God. Spencer is always doing this. Wait. Spence, where? Wait. This spreader. Sorry, the fight is right. You know that what Spence is on. I don't know why we all think it's a mistake. Spencer's probably changing them the baby channels on his phone. We were on his TV. We wasn't supposed to see that. Wait, what? Bruv, what on? Where are you, man? Right, he said he's coming back on. People, wait, I'm getting messages from all over. Wait. Wait. Spencer's back. Where is he? Spence. Man saying you ain't paying the rent, bro. Man saying you ain't paying your bills. But anyway, let me just big up Media Alert 01. Thank you for the €5.99. He says like and subscribe. All best he said this is the best podcast in town. Humor, real talk, and knowledge, everything is here. And I totally agree. And we can see quite clearly that Spencer is having continued issues with his Wi-Fi. There's actually 3 screens up now for Spencer. He's back. Wait, Spencer, what's going on here?
I have no idea. You can
wait. I gotta sort this out. This is you, Spencer. You got too much screens up, Spence.
Just look up the other screens, innit?
All right. Because that's a whole new. Hold on. What going on? Wait. Sorry for this malfunction. There you go.
Yeah.
Spence,
my apologies.
After it was you that's supposed to lock off the screens, not me. Anyway, continue what you...
No, I can't hear you, bro.
Me?
I can't hear you. I'm gonna jump out and jump back in.
Hold on. Oh, hold on. The fight is right. Can you all hear me? All right, he's gone. Can you not hear me? That's what I want to know. Just give me a yes, Bobby, Alan Skill. Just give me a yes, no, Victor. Because there was like 3 Spencers up on the screen a minute ago. Yeah, you see, old type fight bleachers. He said he can hear me. So we're waiting for Spencer to reallocate his Wi-Fi connection. Bobby Wright says yes. Tommy Face says yes. Freddie 417 says yes. And here Spencer is for the 4th time. Spence?
I don't know what's going on with this thing, you know.
It's your Wi-Fi, bro.
Charotted soup.
Charotted soup me. Oh, Spencer, where is he gone again? Only on The Fight Is Right. Only on this show. This could never happen on any other platform but The Fight Is Right. So I think most of us are we're well aware of Spencer's antics. And so if you see me keep on itching under my nose, I got itchy nose. We're well aware of Spencer. Wait. Oh, you know what? Darren Ballers. I absolutely agree. But when these guys don't want to fight, there's not much we can do. And so, as I said, there are only a certain amount of not talent. There is a lot of talent in British boxing at every single weight. But when you get to a certain level of fights, ultimately have to make sense for them to be made into big fights. So you can't really have it both ways. You can't really be saying, yeah, you need to, they need to have a few more fights, and then they're fighting tomato cans. Otherwise, that's why I would tweet. And I keep saying, go back and look at my Twitter yesterday. I said the fight will be over in 1 round. And the fight was over in 1 round. And that's what you get when you don't have a fight. The reason why a lot of these competitors or so-called competitors have zeros on their resume is because they ain't having a real fight. They ain't actually going into a fight where it's mano a mano, because why? The emphasis for a lot, I'm not saying every fighter, I'm not saying any particular fighter, but the emphasis is on keeping that O. We've had Turkey Ala Sheikh, thank God for him, that has come in, that has made particular fights. And sometimes it's not always the promoters. Sometimes the fighters don't want to fight. Sometimes the trainers don't want to fight. The trainers don't want that for the fight, because remember, if they don't get that fight, they don't get their 10%. Yeah, so it's not always the fighters. And so, when people look at myself, you can see that it's glory. It's glory. It's glory and the check. It's glory and the check. And ultimately, we all want to win. We all want to win. But it doesn't make the sport. You might as well go watch WWE, because it's a joke thing. You might as well go watch WWE and don't watch the sport of boxing. Because in WWE, when you see an ISO Speed jump from the top turnbuckle and mash up on Jake Paul or Logan Paul, you know that it's fake. You know that it's fake. So is that what we want boxing to turn into? Or are these guys who claim, or you claim, that are superstars, well, then let them fight then. Let them fight. Old type Bobby Wright. He says he absolutely loves this show. Come on, you know the set.
Big up Bobby Wright.
Old type Bobby Wright. Talking with his mouth and his pocket. Hi.
Thank you for the $4.99.
Very much so, Bobby. Thank you so much. Again, Jammer, I see your comment, but we don't really want to. For me, Buatsi is no way near a finished fighter. Buatsi is someone that, I feel like if he had taken the chances at the time, he may have been a world champion sooner. But it might not be his destiny. That might not be his destiny.
Son,
go on.
At the time when they offered him Bivol, yeah.
Yes.
And allegedly, it was Virgil Hunter that said, no, we need a little bit more time.
I'm better Biev.
Right.
Exactly. He said that one publicly. He said that
exactly. So then I don't believe that Buatsi would have become a world champion at that time.
So when then?
No, but what do you mean when then? I don't think, if you'd have taken those fights, I don't think he would have been victorious in those fights.
Okay, well, that's an opinion. We really don't know. I mean, that's because we're looking at Better BF for what he is and for Bivol what he is. But ultimately, when you're an amateur aiming for that gold medal and you get drawn against a Roy Jones or a Shakur Stevens in the quarterfinals or the semi-finals, you can't say I don't want to fight.
But that's different.
Well, yes and no. I agree with you.
It's 1,000,000% different.
I agree with you. No, the reason why I say yes and no is I was thinking about it. You can't really, because as a professionals, it's prize fighting, but there is an almighty reward for winning an Olympic gold medal, Spence.
Yeah.
So there is a reward fighting those guys. Anyway, point being is that you don't have an option. And the only option will be to pull out a competition when you're drawn against these guys. When you're drawn against a Lomachenko in the Olympics, when you're drawn against whoever. So I'm like, as a fighter, especially with Olympic pedigree, you gotta remember, Spence. Go check that Olympic team from when Holyfield, Pernell Wicker, and all them.
The 84 Olympic team?
The 84
brother?
Olympic teams.
Forget about it.
Go check it.
Magic Taylor. Tyrell Biggs.
They were all world champions.
Virgil Hill. He won a silver medal, Virgil.
Come on.
Yeah, that was a serious team. Not gonna lie to you.
How could they were world champions quick, Spence?
Yeah, I know. That was a serious team, son.
They were world champions quick. Why? Because they had that pedigree. And you're mentioning JB. To this day, I'm still gonna say JB's an excellent fighter. I just he's just one of them guys. For me, early on, I used to love watching his progress early on because he was he was like a young Holyfield. It was like a young Holyfield. Technically, you could tell that he watched a lot of Holyfield. He watches a lot of Holyfield. And so has that time gone? I don't know. I'm not God. I'm not in the gym with him every day. I'm not, I don't know. But what I do know is something that I've always said in terms of competition. And that is the longer you wait, the better the competition gets. The longer you wait, the better the competition gets. So when man's talking about, it's not the time, well, guess what? There's a Benavides in the next weight class that's going to move up to your weight class. So you see, this is why AY, I keep saying it, has fought champions in 3 different generations. Regardless of what anyone wants to say. And not just normal champions. You're talking like Bam Rodriguez is in 3 different generations. Like, the question is, who wants to fight Bam Rodriguez? Who wants to fight Bam Rodriguez? Because there's a danger of losing. But if you're really about this life, and if you're really about actually testing yourself, so when the story ultimately comes to an end, you say to yourself, you look in the mirror, you got money in the bank, because don't think man's fighting for free. Well, no, man ain't fighting for free. You get what I'm saying? It's like, ultimately, you look in the mirror and you say, yeah, you know what? All right, cool. I've had to deal with people criticizing me and what X, Y, Z, and the fact that I've stepped up, I've challenged myself, and I've come up a little bit short on these occasions, but I fought them. Spence. I went in there and fight. So what is it? Is it the fight game or is it the ducking game? Come on, man. These brothers just talk. These brothers just talk. And I don't care what anyone wants to say about, and I don't care what anyone says, bro. None of you ain't walking in shoes. None of you ain't had the guts to step in the ring with these guys. You're all waiting for the right time. Well, guess what? The right time is when you get offered the fight. The only negotiations really should be money. Money. Money and go ahead. Money, go on.
So
money and timing. That my checkmate just took it out of my mouth. Money and timing.
Right.
But as we're just saying, in a certain individual case, who's gonna ultimately make that decision about the timing? How much time do you need when you've had all this experience? Because someone with inexperience has gone and fought, but has gained more experience as time has gone on.
So if they offered that fight next, Ton, and the money was right, because the money has to be right, and the money was right,
yes.
you guys are 100% taking the fight with
Come on, man.
Ben Whitaker.
Don't ask me no stupid question, man.
I
Is
have
the
to ask
Pope
these stupid questions. I have to
Is
ask
the
these
Pope
stupid questions.
Catholic, bro? Is the Pope Catholic?
Boy, right now I think the Pope's Muslim now. He's talking.
Bro, don't blaspheme in the thing. Listen, it's not even a question. I don't think anyone ever would have to question AY's ability or willingness to fight the biggest fights. And would go to cruiserweight and fight if the reward is there. Because that's what it's about. It's about the reward. Because when you, I was telling someone the other day, when you leave the sport of boxing, or while you're in the sport of boxing, try and take your belt to Halifax Bank and see if you get any money. Try and take your rankings to Barclays Bank and see if they give you any money. They'll just look at you and call the police. They'll look at you and call the police. They're like, what's this? There's a geezer in there right now with his belt, with his sanctioned belt, and he said he wants a withdrawal of a M. Can you come and get him quickly? Because he's scaring the customers. That's it. He's scaring the customers. So I'm like, I just don't understand it. I just don't understand it. I understand timing. Yes, I have been the biggest shouter of that. Everything is timing. Everything is timing. Everything is timing. Absolutely. Especially in boxing, you don't want to rush it. It's like with young Moses. They got to get it right with young Moses. Because
seemingly it looks like they're doing that. They're doing fine with him, you know.
They're excellent. Francis Warren, Frank, George, everybody. They're doing a great job with him. They're not caving into the public pressure of he needs to fight. He's young. He's 21 years old. He's going to be around for the next 10 years. So, you know, we don't need to rush. But, you know, everyone's situation is different. Everybody's situation is different. And I like, sometimes it's like, damned if you do, damned if you don't, which is why promoters also have a very hard job sometimes in doing these things. They do, because, you know, are you gonna wave in? Everyone wants it. Sometimes the public demand the fight so much that, you know, you gotta fight. We saw that early on with George Groves and James DeGale.
That was a good fight, you know.
It was a good fight, and ultimately they both became world champions. So there's nothing wrong with the loss if you don't intend on retiring after the loss. It's just a learning curve. It's just a learning curve. And then obviously your career goes on. You know, listen, if you have a 10-year boxing career, you should really be patting yourself on the back. 10 years in a sport of boxing is a long time to be taking punches in your head. You know, so and then more so when guys are coming from long amateur careers. Guys have been boxing for a long time. So it's 6 of one, half a dozen of the other. But come on, you know, man is about fighting. That's what it is when you're discussing us, and it is what it is. But I just know that when you're talking about light heavyweights in the UK, I don't care what anyone says. There's no bigger light heavyweight name than AY. Because why? Because you can go anywhere and hear his name. And you got to remember, this is coming off of so-called losses. So if after so-called, you know why? It's the manner and it's who he's challenging himself against. If you go lose against Ezra Taylor, man ain't respecting you. Man ain't respecting you. Because bro, no one don't know. Like, he's a young boy, a young fighter. If I lose against Willie Hutchinson, no one don't know you. We're talking about, but you can lose against a Benavidez, a Beterbiev, a Kovalev, and still your name is high. It wasn't me who said it. Let's get this right. like, because this ain't no self-promotion. It wasn't me who said it. It was the trainer of Ben Whitaker. It was the trainer of Ben Whitaker who said AY is the fight he wants.
You know
he
what?
Said, he said AY is a fight. It was Tony Bellew, the great Tony Bellew, Mr. Rocky himself, who said, oh, you know what, mate? That is a fight I want to see. I want to see that fight. So, bro, you man are selling the thing for me already. You're selling the thing for me already. You think I care about some little keyboard fans writing nonsense? I don't care about this because you'd never really, in truth, made or have doubted the faults in either of anyone in my team's mind. It's all about attempting to be great, and as long as you know when your story's finished, you challenge yourself, you made a good money, and you know you're there, you got all your faculties in place. So that's where we are with that. But listen, we've gone a bit left. But to
Right.
answer
So
your
all I want to
question,
know is like you get a phone call from Eddie Hearn tomorrow, and he's like, "All right, Ton, yeah, when I talk about making this fight between Ben Whitaker and Anthony Yarde, what
bro,
you
you
say?
know it's the biggest fight already. Like even you're saying it, you're getting excited,
What you
bro. I
saying?
can even
What you
see your
saying, Ton?
bro. I can see your temples
Yeah, what
flaring.
you saying though?
You're
That's cool. What you
excited.
saying?
Do you want me to spell it? YES. That's what I'm spelling. YES. YES. 1,000,000%.
Okay, so all I want is like Andy Lee, big up yourself, because Andy's my brethren from a long time, from
Come on,
Louisiana,
Andy is
right?
one of
He's
the
one of us,
nicest
right?
guys in boxing.
Right, he's a sound human being as well. But you've heard that Andy Lee, you've heard that Ben Whitaker, that Eddie Earn, I mean holler Tunde Ajayi, holler him. Let's make this fight happen.
Come on. Anyway, Spence, this is the Conor Benn show. It's
No,
the
it's
Conor Benn,
not. It's the
bro.
Tunde
You know,
Ajayi
keep on
Spencer
chatting
Fearon
about.
show.
Let me just do a little hype, cause you know I'm a hype man. It's all part of the business, you know. Regardless of the hype or what anyone was thinking, I'm in the gym 7 days a week, so it's just hype. You man chat about Willie's a serious guy. Hold on, he got knocked out by one Jamaican roadman. Bro, he got knocked out by one Jamaican roadman, and he got bust up by
Boatsy.
Boatsy. So why you man all of a sudden, this is what I'm saying, you man just listen to the narrative. Bro, you man ain't fooling me. And really, he beat a novice in Ezra Taylor. He done what I told everyone he's gonna do.
We discussed that the morning of the fight, you know. We knew,
He
I
done
mean,
that,
and
bro.
this is
I
not,
think he just done.
and this is
So
no
what?
disrespect to Ezra Taylor neither.
Of course not, bro.
My man's come from pedigree. He's come from a
Listen,
pedigree.
I have to say this. I used to rate Ezra until he disrespect AY. And when you disrespected AY, I said, all right, watch. I'm gonna come for you, bro. Because I'm one of them brothers. I'll just keep quiet. I'll support you, but when you start disrespecting, bro, this guy has got to a level you ain't never gonna get to. Ezra Taylor. So you can go on Instagram or you're doing all your little videos like you're some American rapper chatting your nonsense. Bro, you ain't getting to that level. I'm just telling you straight. You ain't getting to that level. You ain't never gonna get to that level. You ain't never gonna get to that level. So don't, and all of this, you made me come out like this because you disrespected my guy. Chatting about, he's gone. Bro, and it was, you know me, I don't really watch these, man, but it's my boys that tell me. And I'm like, hold on, the same Ezra Taylor that I'm always bigging up. Remember, I always come to you, Spencer. I say, this you.
Always.
He's so respectful. He understands the lineage that you have to go through. You don't make your way by disrespecting other fighters, especially when you're a fighter. If you're not a fighter, you can kind of halfway get away with it because you're coming from a fan's perspective. But whenever I see a fighter disrespecting another fighter, I already know it's not going to be good for you. It's not going to be good for you. So I'm telling, man. Anyway, let's move on. Cause you know me, I would just brush, man. You can't do that. Anyway, let's go. Cause bro. I'm Roddy Escobar. I'm gonna block you because I keep seeing about propaganda. I don't like you, bro. Get out of here, man. Come out the dance. You're blocked. Robbie Escobar. Get out of here, man. Bro, I don't know who you think I am. Bro, I'm not Spencer. I'm not Spencer, bro. I'm not political. I'll just block you. Come out of here, man. You're gone anyway. For those that knew Robbie Escobar. Listen, this ain't no whatever. Anyway, can we move on from this subject, please? Can we discuss Conor? Can we come out the dance? Yeah, bro, get out the dance. You know when you used to roll up to the dance? You used to roll up to the dance with the man's them, and the security guard like, nah, bro, you can't come in there, bro. You're not wearing shoes. Come out. Get out. Get out. That's how this done to Robbie Escobar. Come out the dance. Any disrespect of anything, any disrespect, you can't reside in my party. You can't. You can't, because I'm not taking it. I'm just not taking it. I take normal comments. Everybody has an opinion, and everybody's entitled to their opinion. But when you start disrespecting me, I'm not on it. Just move. Come out, man. I'll see you later. Anyway, Spencer, can we talk about Conor Benn and Ryan Garcia?
Yeah, you know what? We should, because that's a lot of the talks being flying around that that fight is going to happen. You know, for
man said he got injected like the cassette. Remember the old cassette then? Remember the cassette recorder?
Yeah, man, the Chrome 45.
You know the thing comes out slow. You know it comes out slow. Just like that. You just take out your cassette recorder. Anyway, sorry, Spence. Sorry, you know me. I like to joke as well. But anyway,
that has been touted, and while Conor was doing his PR tour in America, he was on Stephen A. Smith saying like who he wanted, and Ryan Garcia was one of them inside there. Big up Yemi X, but that was one of them inside there. And you know what? I want to see that fight.
What would be your take on that fight? 'Cause I'm telling you straight, I'm going with a so-called underdog. I'm saying Conor's gonna bruck him up.
You know what?
I'm saying Conor's gonna bruck him up. You know why? Let me tell you why I feel. No, you talk first, because it's your subject.
Yeah. I'm just saying, like, Conor's style of fighting, yeah.
Yes.
Right now, because I think, what was it? Something happened between Luke Campbell and Conor Benn or something, I think.
Oh, recently?
Yeah, but that was going back and forth with each other, right?
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and I'm saying, like, Conor would have to stick it on him. You know what I mean? And I mean properly stick it on him. Because we know my man has doubts in his mind certain times. And he'd have to be that perpetual movement, and Conor can punch. Don't get twisted like he can't punch. Like to stick it on him, to put the doubt in his head. That's what we'd have to do.
Yes, I mean from a boxing standpoint, so basically from a boxing standpoint, you're saying that Conor would have to, enforce pressure.
Yeah? He would have to.
Yes.
You know what I mean? With correct timing, because as we know, Garcia is very fast. But then also, we don't know what Garcia is going to turn up to. You know what I mean? But one thing I know for certain, we always know what Conor Benn's going to turn up. Even like last week's fight, which was kind of a lackluster performance, but I'm bearing in mind that all of the complications, everything else that he was going through at that time, could have taken a lot of he could have took a lot of emotional baggage into that fight. The fact that Eddie Hearn was sat there at the fight, not watching the fight, but kind of sneaky watching the fight. All of these kind of things can play mind games and can also zap your energy. But this Conor, knowing that he's up for Garcia, you know what I mean? Tunde, we know Conor relatively well. You know what I mean? He's a very spiteful human being, you know?
For sure.
He's spiteful. He's very spiteful. You know what I mean? And I don't believe that
spiteful in a boxing way. Let's get that.
Yeah. Come on. Yeah. We're talking boxing, right? So I'm saying him going up against Garcia, he'd have to go up against Garcia with that same tenaciousness and that same kind of spite. I don't think we saw a very good Conor Benn last week, but I think that's because he had lots of things going on in his head. I think now he will be more settled into who he is. And you can see by the way how he's the one that's always up pally with Dana White. They're looking at him like a star commodity. Like they can see something inside of him to say, right, star commodity, and we're going to sell you this way. So, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I see some people in there already. Who one guy, Ajayi, I don't know what Ajayi is, but whatever Ajayi is, he's just been blocked. So you can go back to your village, mate. So I don't know where Ajayi come from, chatting nonsense, but I just kicked him out of the dance. But anyway, whether some feel I have an agenda or not, I think I covered that last week. As Jamie, young, soon to be GOAT trainer of Carl Davis right now. Carl mashing up the place. Big up Jamie. As Jamie says, it's a good fight. It's a good fight. And the reason why I kind of favor Ben is because one thing with Ryan, I can't get over the Rolly defeat. I just can't get over the
Rolly. Saying that we're talking like Rolly shit. He's not shit.
I didn't say shit.
No, but you're saying you can't get over the Rolly. I was saying, but
I just can't get over the Rolly because it was unanimous. It was unanimously agreed that of all the world champions, Rolly was the best. Again, I've never agreed with that because I've seen Rolly in the gym. I have seen Rolly Romero in the gym since he was a kid, when he was sparring with Otu and O'Hara Davis. So I've known, and again, people often think that people just magically pop up in these positions. No, they don't. They've been there. They've been putting in the work. They've done putting the work from day one. And I'm proud and privileged to say that I've been in the gym with Rolly from he was a young person at Johnny Toco's in Las Vegas. So I know that this young man has worked tremendously hard, and his style, because it is not quote unquote Shakur Floyd type, is underestimated.
It's not an authentic style of boxing.
It's not an authentic style. Yeah, it's not a traditional style. But listen, he's got a lot of knowledge and a lot of IQ, and that's his way of showing it. I just still feel if Ryan Garcia was the Ryan Garcia that most people think or thought he was, especially after the victory over Luke Campbell, to me and Devin Haney, and he beat Devin. We know now he was on drugs. But that's still, we know now he was on drugs. But that's still a good, it's still a good victory.
It was Tony Benny versus Uwe McKenzie.
It was on drugs. It was Ryan Garcia was on drugs. So I can't really give him the full credit for that job, that he done on Devon, because it was cheating. So if you're cheating, you're a cheater. So what people I see certain comments about the eggs since Conor come off the eggs. Well, can I just tell you that 4 eggs a day can change your life? So eggs ain't a bad thing. 4 eggs a day can change your life. Go check it out. For those of us that don't eat enough eggs in their diet. I know Spencer said, what? But I need to check this out.
No, I eat eggs, bro. I eat eggs.
You have to eat your eggs. This is why these Ghanaian brothers are so strong. Because their diet is eggs.
But they eat egg with everything, Tunde.
Everything. And now
they eat eggs with ice cream, son.
they eat eggs with cereal. In the muesli. They eat the eggs. So eggs is not a bad thing. Eggs is certainly not a bad thing. Old tight, Miss Locked In, MJ4YY. Thank you for the 199. He said Joe Kadua beats Conor Benn. Oh, what a fight that would be. But Conor is on a different stratosphere currently. But Joe's gonna get up there. You know me, I'm not really about. There's no need to talk. You just have to deliver. Conor is not even looking at no British fighters. Why should he? Conor's up there. But it's a maybe you're seeing into the future there, and who knows? But suffice to say, thank you for the 199, my man. Arsenal got what's the matter with Arsenal? They're trying to make this thing too close. Yeah, I know, bro. I was upset. I was talking to my son at the time, and we're talking. He's like, I goes, what's the score? So he said 1-1. He's like, oh my God. I said, they just scored it. I don't know what the final score was, but it was 1-1, and that took it to 2-1. So I don't know what the final score was. But anyway, yeah, so I just feel like, bro, I don't listen. We've spoken this Conor and Phil test business so many times on this show, and I feel like, listen. The fact is, his career has resumed. The fact is, going through all of that, Eddie, 2-1 final score. Eddie, Matchroom, everybody supported him. Yeah, so
2-1-5?
Huh?
Who?
Eddie and Matchroom.
Oh, right. I thought you said 2-1-5. I say
No. They everyone supported Conor through that time. Probably while they're feeling a bit, stabbed in the back. But it is what it is. The fact is that we have to move on from that now. Canelo Alvarez failed a drugs test. We don't keep on bringing that up as his careers move forward, because it is what it is. Time was served. Conor was not boxing for a long time. Is that right, Spence? He was not boxing for a long time. So he's had to mentally come through all of that. It's no point bringing it up now. It's no point bringing it up now when the boy's, supposedly served his time, and his career is now in full swing. We just got to deal with now. And right now, Conor's beaten a former 2-time world champion. He's just signed a 3-fight deal, and this fight looks like it's going to be the next one up. And I just feel like, bro, senior man, you see, it's not a comment, it's not a blockable comment. But to me, to say that I'm sounding like a casual, that means you're an idiot. You're an idiot. I just told you I was in the gym with Rolly. I just told you, you man, you're the closest you man will get to these fighters is on your keyboard. I'm watching it on Scribble. I'm in the gym. So this is what makes this podcast better. And I'll repeat, better than any podcast in boxing. Other than Andre Wood, Bert Ona, all these man, Tim Bradley, all these man, but I'm talking about here. And bear in mind, they weren't trainers. Bear in mind, in this podcast, you have trainer, manager, promoter, and ex-fighters. That's what you're looking at when you're looking at me and Spencer. Now, how many podcasts can say that?
Yeah.
That the hosts have been trainers, fighters, managers, promoters, hype men. Bro, come on, man. You can't tell me about no casual. I should even block you for that disrespect. But it's quite obvious to me that you haven't done your research. It's quite obvious to me you ain't done your research, because you wouldn't even be putting a comment like that up. We are talking from a neutral ground. We're talking for the fighters, we're talking for the managers, we're talking for the trainers, we're talking for the promoters. We, as Floyd will say, all around the board. All around the board. That's what you're looking at when you're looking at Spencer, the Knowledge Fearon, and Mr. Tunde. So, bro, don't come with no casual talk. It's just, you know what it is? It's just the way we're talking casually. That's why it may be hard for you to see the light at the end of the tunnel. That's why it's hard, because you're not used to podcasters just talking like this, like you're in your room chatting to your brethren. You're not used to it, but I get it. But anyway, Spence, bro, come on. Yeah, I realize that all of these comments come from so-called Africans or Nigerians or Ghanaians. That's how I know they're bots. Because it can't be all the negativity is coming from Africans. Bro, you're blocked. Get out of here, man. What's your name? Tulu Adesinia. Get out of here, Tulu Adesinia.
But
sorry.
I'm saying like this, yeah.
Tulu Adesinda, Tulu, you're gone, brethren.
Do you think that
sorry, Spence, sorry.
that Conor Benn could take
You're gone. Get out of here, man. Come out the
Do you think that Conor Benn, could take the power of Rolly?
Can of who?
Of Rolly. Do you think Conor Benn could take his power?
Bro, to me, Conor showed, I know it was at a higher weight, that he can deal with Eubanks. Eubanks, people understand. I don't care what people saying about Eubanks in the second fight was a dead man. He weren't no dead man in the first fight.
No, man, he was serious.
The first fight, Chris Eubank Jr. came with everything and the kitchen sink. So, see, as someone saying Eubank was drained, that was the second fight. And maybe he might have been drained for the first fight. That's why his dad made such a big deal. But regardless, we have to take into consideration, this is the same Eubank that broke up Liam Smith in the rematch.
Viciously.
It's the same Eubanks that broke up Arthur Abraham. Did he fight Arthur Abraham? Hold on, maybe I don't want to misquote there.
He did fight him. He did fight Arthur Abraham.
Yeah, it's the same Eubank. It's the same Eubank that punched up Yildirim. Read him on the full Canelo. Yildirim.
He punched him up vicious.
He punched him up vicious. So don't try to discredit Conor Benn. You can't discredit him. The kid can fight. He is a good fighter. And let me tell you something. When you go up a weight and then come down a weight, you're weak.
Yeah.
When you go up a weight and come down a weight, you're weak. Go ask Roy Jones when he come down from heavyweight and go fight Antonio Tarver. It's different. When you're losing it, you have to compete that way. But the second fight, Conor at waterweight, he's going to be stronger. Mark my words. He's going to be stronger. Conor Benn's going to be stronger. He's got that experience now under his belt. You know, he's got the experience under the belt. So I feel like Conor, you know, we got to be fair. We got to be fair in these things here. We can't say that Conor is this and that, but without looking at the whole picture. The whole picture is a young man came over, went to Tony Sims. Tony has done a fantastic job with Conor, like he's done with all of his fighters, and we do know he's now operating at the highest level. Bro, man, listen, mad media is always an excuse. Everyone's past it. If you would listen, let me look at some situations. Deontay Wilder lost and blamed it on the suit. He blamed it on the heavy suit that he was when he was walking to the ring. Remember that? He blamed it onto the suit. Fury lost. He said he is unfair. Yeah? Again, I read a little comment today. The only one who ain't made no excuse is AJ when he loses. AJ's like, cool. I got beaten. I'll come back. That's it. So, but the point being is that we can always find an excuse why a person has defeated someone, or why the person was defeated. There's always an issue. But bro, it was just not his night. He got beaten, but can't take away the fact that Arthur Abraham was a world champion who was dominating everybody. He was dominating everybody. Arthur Abraham. I remember one middleweight boy that was in our gym went over there to spar with Arthur Abraham. This is before Arthur Abraham did bust. And he was like, bro, this guy, he punches like a mule. That's what Arthur Abraham was working with.
No. I'm telling you, Arthur Abraham was a ridiculous puncher.
Ridiculous.
Right? I was out there. It was, what year was that? That was 2007 when Wayne Elcock boxed Arthur Abraham for the IBF middleweight crown.
Yeah, remember that. I remember. Was you there?
I was out there for that fight. Yeah. And trust me, that man punches viciously hard. Very hard. Anyway,
remember,
Elcock was unbeaten at the time as well.
Yeah, I remember.
Who knocked out
Elcock in Scotland? I think it was in Scotland. I was there, and bro, what a knockout that was! It was who? I'm trying to think.
Matthew Macklin.
It might have been Macklin.
It's Macklin, yeah. Imagine.
Wow, I remember that was at that fight, man. That fight was. I think Scott Harrison was on the bill,
Yeah.
and I think I might have been with Kevin Mitchell. I think I might have been with Kevin Mitchell. I can't remember, but I remember Wayne. It was a warrior. It was a warrior, and he's
Good
unbeaten.
fight. He's got a good little. He's up in Birmingham now. He's got a nice little boxing shop
Yes,
now. He
yeah. I
sells like
saw
all
that
his
on the thing.
equipment and that. He's doing quite good
Yes,
on social media as well. So massive big up to Wayne Elcott. Wayne Elcott
big
can
up Wayne
fight still.
Elcott.
You know
I
what I
saw
mean?
Kyle Davis in the shop there.
I
Little
remember he
while
broke
back.
up Andy Farnell as well. I remember.
Rock up Anthony Farnell. Yeah. But I remember who did Wayne Alexander beat? Oh, Paul Samuels.
Paul
Remember
said
that fight
that was
there?
a wicked fight, Ton.
That was a fight and a
That
half.
was a
Paul Samuels.
swingers. Yeah, that was
For those who are not checking us as casuals, go check that fight on YouTube. But it might not have the same sentiment as us, man, because us, man, was like, bro, was down there dagging them.
1999 it was.
Yeah. Paul Samuels was the main man with Joe Kazagi's dad in the corner.
Yeah.
All them man there.
Enzo.
Enzo, yeah, back in the day. Anyway, thank you, David G 8071. He says, knowledge. Have you heard of the health issues Chris Eubank Jr. had been dealing with in the build up to the fight?
Yeah, I did hear. I did hear of him, right? But that's not me taking away anything from Conor Benn or how Conor Benn prepared for that fight. Because Conor Benn not meant to know that he had like health issues. He didn't know. You know what I mean? Because to tell the honest truth, Chris Eubank Jr. went into the first fight against Conor Benn injured. I want you to know that. I know that firsthand. He went into that first fight injured, right? And he managed to win. So, you know what I mean? It's very rare. I want people to realize this. And Tunde being a trainer, so it's very rare that you get a fighter when you're dealing with these high, big numbers and everything else, like you can pull out of a fight at that time. Because the numbers are too big and you could be injured and you're going to go into... I remember Darren Barker was saying, remember when Darren Barker lost to Felix Sturm, yeah?
Yes.
And Darren was saying, like, he was badly injured. Like, he remember his hip went. Because it always used to go. And he's saying, like, it's very rare that I went into a fight 100%. Very rare. So there are always these niggles and these like, oh, my hand's hurting me. We got to overpad it when we're doing our training. This is going wrong. That's going wrong. This is just part and parcel of the game. So yeah, I did hear about Eubank not being well for the second fight. But I knew for the first fight that Eubank weren't well.
Yes.
But he still took the fight. And he came out victorious.
And not only that, I don't know why man's feeling sorry for him. because Chris got the check and took the risk.
Exactly.
Yeah, he got the check and took the risk. So I don't know why people's like, oh yeah, but it was he obviously wasn't that injured because he did business. He went in there and fight.
You know what?
So
he got the check, Norton. I think that check played a big part. Yeah, I think that played a big part in him turning up on that night. Okay, and not only that, but psychologically he's thinking, well, I went 100% the last time I beat him. Conor ain't going to come with anything different. I'm going to beat him this time. But, yes, I mean, you can see maybe the weight had a massive toll on him as well because he did look like a dead man walking in that fight, so I'm not going to lie.
Yeah. Yeah,
he did. He looked very drained, but that's not for me taking away anything from Conor Benn. Because Conor Benn, they never sent Conor Benn a memo and said, you know what, he's going to fight him because he's going to be dead at the weight. He didn't know.
Yeah, I think with Conor now, I think he's on a different trajectory of his career. I think like there are always going to be fans that want to see him with a Josh Taylor or not Josh Taylor. What's the Josh Kelly or someone like the other welterweight champion who was trained by Billy Nelson. What's his name? Come on, who?
Cochran, isn't it?
No. He
I know you're talking about.
He fought Paddy Donovan. He fought Paddy Donovan. But it's levels, isn't it, Spence? It's levels.
Well, you know what? You see, like, and this is no disrespect to
Lewis Crocker. Yeah? That's it.
Lewis Crocker. That's it. Crocker. That's it. Right?
You said Cochran. Remember Eddie?
Cochran or something like that. One. Anyway,
Cochran. I saw him. I see him at an amateur show. And his sons was boxing. He's like, yeah, Tun, well done. Listen, man, it's amazing and rare. He said, yeah, I let my boys box. But again, he was saying like how hard this game is, and a lot of casuals don't realize what it takes to get to a certain level of the sport, and actually started making real money. It's a lot, Spence. And when these kids are up there, you can't criticize. Like nobody's wherever it is, Boatsy, anyone, any fighter, Ben Whitaker. These young men have really dedicated their lives to the sport. How do you know? They're at a position where people are talking about them. So there's no abracadabra in this thing here. And fighters who are good fighters, Kokorin was a good fighter. He was down there at Tony Sims' gym and them man there. So, you know, I think with the Conor Benn thing, going back to the Conor Benn thing, I think a lot of people would want to see him fight these British guys, but I just feel like he's on a total different level. From the time you got Shakur Stevenson saying, bro, let's fight, that's level, Spence.
It is, but I'm gonna be real, and this is no disrespect to Pretty Boy, Josh Kelly, right?
Yeah.
Or Lewis Cochran, right? And they will be good fights, but that's like a domestic dust up.
It's a domestic, yeah.
Right, it's a domestic dust up, and no disrespect to these guys as well. Cause I really do like Pretty Boy Josh Kelly as well. Name wise,
it's not there.
His name is. You get what I'm trying to say? So it won't make the fight. It won't make the finances there. It won't make they could call him out all they want. Yeah. They won't get that fight. And fair play to Kelly. He's a world champion now, and he boxed excellent in becoming world champion. But he needs to concentrate on the guys who are at junior middle. That's where he needs. That's where his mind needs to be. He needs to concentrate on those guys.
Yeah, but from what I'm hearing, there's talks of the Fundora talks. I don't know if man really be want to fight in Fundora, because that brother, he need a step ladder to fight him. Old tight Sugar Ray Robinson in the background. For those who don't know, what's that man? I forget his name with a cigar. I forgot my man's name.
Bert Sugar.
Bert Sugar, the one and only Bert Sugar.
Yeah.
Old time. So yeah, I think, you know, Kelly's a world champion now. So you know, the other guys really Virgil Ortiz, 154 is moved up. Fundora
and
Boots. So bro, even Kelly is in that league, but he's not a superstar.
Yeah, he's not. But all he can do is what he's doing, and that's to keep on fighting and winning. You know.
Yes.
It's a great accomplishment. He's a world champion now. When people didn't think that he had it in him, you know. And we got to give him all the dues and he's he's like technically very, very skilled. And you know the craziness is like sometimes I go down and help out the amateur kids, right, down at Charmwell Boxing Club, right? And I'm moving around with them on the pads and that, and I move around, I start doing the Jersey Joe. And one little boy in there said, "Oh, you're doing the Josh Kelly style." I wanted to kill him.
Bro, because it's bro, they don't know about Jersey Joe.
It's mad, you know. It's mad.
It's a generation.
It's a generation, man.
They're fixated on what's happening now. They don't realize that there is nothing new under the sun, and ultimately, every fighter that's fighting today has molded their style off of somebody else, unless they're living in a cave with no people and no Sky Sports or no zone. Yeah. So everybody is copying and pasting someone else's style. So, you know, it is funny. But I saw you there moving around with a brother. I said, Spencer, mind your back, brethren. I'm like, bro, mind your back. I don't want my brethren Spencer's back till he sees up.
Nah, bro, it's good. You know what? It's good to us to move around with the little kids every now and then. You know what I mean?
And you actually look like when you was fighting, because you see that little foolishness when you...
Nah, it works, man. You stay there about foolishness. That thing works.
I see Spencer do this, and then boy, slap a man with a left hook to his body and settle him down.
Yeah. Rob, go. Yeah. Hey, what? It's good. You see, like boxing, yeah?
Yes.
When it's in your blood, yeah, which it is like it's in both of our bloods. When it's in your blood, like nothing don't compare, and nothing don't really compare to like when you're in the gym, and like when you're teaching kids and that. But even like just to build up the sweat. And I'll say this to everybody, yeah, because like last week I had a little health scare, so I had to go to the hospital. You know what I mean? And like and I had there to give me a drip to flush out the virus.
Oh, is that what it was on your? I thought you was giving blood.
No. This is me getting an intravenous drip of antibiotics. Son. You know what I mean? Because like I had really bad pains in my sides, and they said, yes, it's most probably a kidney infection. So they test my bloods and everything else. But the nice and resounding thing is like when they check my blood pressure, Tunde, my blood pressure, they checked it 3 times. And they're saying is that of a 25-year-old. It's because simply I just learned that not to worry about things anymore. That is it. You know what I mean? Not to worry about nothing and be grateful every day. So I would suggest to anyone I employ you, like Tunde's clever. Tunde's in the gym 7 days a week. And when them man are licking pads, they're licking pads for 1 hour straight.
You're off 4. You're off 4 more hours.
Right, but I'm saying like I've witnessed you lick pads for 1 hour. So if you're doing another, that's crazy, right? So you're doing that. That's gonna keep you fit. You don't need to do no running, no bike, no nothing. That alone is gonna keep you fit.
For sure.
You know what I mean? Right. So these are the things like these little nuances that you ain't gonna get that from no one else. You know what I mean? Because those who feels it knows it. It's as simple as that.
Oh, tight. Official AP fitness, you know what, go on, I can't. Anyway, yeah, go on, Spence. Sorry. I can't listen to the voice note, bro. I'm on live.
Brickhouse Capital, thank you so much. No, I'm just saying, like, your health is your wealth, man. And you realize it even more as you get older, you're gonna realize it. Winston Fuller had a boxing tournament yesterday.
My goodness gracious me. You know this man has been phoning down my phone. But you know me, I'm like a jilted girl. I don't pick up man's call. Bro, people be phoning me for 10 years saying, bro, how come you don't pick up your phone? I'm in the gym. But he told me about this show time ago. Yeah. And I was like, don't worry, I'm going to come down. Oh, mate.
So I got to say, I mean, massive big up to Winston Fuller for the show that he put on. I see Derek Williams down there. Matt Brown has got a really good kid, you know.
Who's Matt Brown?
Remember Matt Brown? Matt Brown was a featherweight, brother. He broke up.
Yeah.
Remember Matt Brown? He James Pedro, right? Train. Yeah, he comes down to Pedro. Yeah, he donated the belts. Remember? He made the belts.
Yeah.
Right. So Matt Brown was down there, and trust me, Matt Brown's got a kid. He's got a fight, and come on, man, I've forgotten the kid's name. Right, this boy's bad, you know.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm gonna say him here, Spencer, because I know how much trainers have been let down. And so for me, I'm really giving the game to Matt, and I'm giving the game to the young fighters. When people come and start whispering in your ears, wishing you or making you think the grass is always greener, please remember the person that you started with. And just say to the person who's trying to whisper in your ear, go chat to him.
Thank you.
Go chat to him.
Yeah, I like that. But you know what I like to say, Ton?
Yeah.
You see, people think like the grass is always greener. When you go over there, it's just grass.
Yeah. Because the thing is that ultimately, most boxers start off in a working class environment. So for a lot of these kids, when someone flashes a car in front of them, flash a watch in front of them, or even flashes money in front of them, they're like, what? Bro, me and my coach have been taking bus to the gym. Running, bro. I need some cash. And so you got to educate these young men on what loyalty means, what it's like when you're starting with nothing. Because I've seen it so many times, and I've been blessed to have fighters with me that, you know, have stayed with me from the beginning. You know, I only trained 2 fighters, Joel and Ann, and they've been with me from amateurs. You know, and I always school them. I always school them on this thing. So whenever certain brothers come to me about, you know, they got this talent, I always try to advise them, but they always going like they know too much. That's another thing. Man going like they know too much. And I'm like, bro, you need to sit these kids down and talk to them on the journey of boxing.
Yep.
What it's about. And it ain't, because otherwise, you're just going to get old. You're going to get mashed up in the gym. You're going to waste all the time it's gonna look like wasted time. With these young men that you've watched grown, and some trainers are actually not in it for the long run. Some trainers want to just bring their students to a certain level and then pass them on to someone more knowledgeable. But even that, I always feel like the trainers should be rewarded. You have to reward them with something, bro. When they was paying your gym fees, bringing your gym and all of that, there was no peace. So what? You think that come out of the sky? That never come out of the sky. So I'm like, I don't see enough loyalty in the sport. And hence why the saying came about: if you want loyalty, buy a dog. No, brother, I don't want to buy a dog. I'm dealing with a human being. So you know, a lot of these kids don't have no parental guidance. A lot of these kids, like, you know, they're not directed. Some of them come to our show to get the knowledge.
Yeah.
They come to the Fighters Right to get the knowledge. And we're trying to school you on this thing. You know, the funny thing about boxing, and I don't know how I come about it, because, you know, I only switch on the social on the weekends, yeah? But I saw Daily Effect. You know what I'm talking about.
OJ's yeah.
Daily chatting, done a little, it coming like a church sermon to Wrigley Spearmint Gum. Is there like, I don't know what's the matter with these fighters, who don't want to, you know, why are they in boxing? And I'm like, bro, you need to understand there's levels to this. Not everybody can be a champion. Not everybody's gonna be a champion. There's some people who just come into a boxing gym, turn professional just because they're at a certain stage of their life mentally. So as a coach, you just got to understand that, what are you doing it for? Don't look on the outside, look on the inside. Because that way, it's not that you're gonna be upset. That you're not gonna be upset when a fighter that you're expecting to give it his all doesn't give it. It's just that you understand the game. So that's something for from a trainer's perspective. But listen, these young men, I hope that he stays with Matt to a certain level, or however level they wish to go to, and they do their thing. So sorry, I went on a bit there.
No. I was just saying. So when I saw the kid, he's a good kid.
Hold on, bro. You know me, I don't. Listen to this. You've only trained 2 fighters. Stop it, Ton. Enough fighters.
What are you talking about? Stop.
Bro.
No.
This is what I'm trying to say.
You see,
you know Brickhouse Capital. I'm always putting up his comments. But you see when you start yourself. Read the thing. Anyway, read the thing, Spencer, please.
Like he's saying, Tunde, you've only trained 2 fighters. Stop it, Tun. Enough fighters have passed through your hands, have passed through your gym, and I can't see probably. I've got to bring it and
okay, cool. You see, that's me. Sorry, Brickhouse, that's me. Sorry. You know, bro, you know that I'm a knee-jerk reaction, man. You know that Brickhouse Capital. That's why I just said Brickhouse can't be coming with that. You know me, I'm a knee-jerk reaction, man. But yes, thank you, Brickhouse. Totally just jumped the gun.
You missed. You saw the first piece, and then
my blood just got hot. But that's why I don't deal with the legalities in my team. That's why I don't deal with the legalities in my team. Brickhouse Capital. This is why you gotta have man doing particular jobs, because I'm just a live wire, bro. I'm a live wire. Like, yeah, bro, I'm Aggie. Like, I'm from that place where it's not even a place. That I'm a person. If I see one glimmer of nonsense, I just judging the whole book from that. I haven't even flicked the pages. I just go off on one. So, but one thing about me, I apologize. I'm not afraid to apologize. So I do apologize. Yeah, it's Peckham energy, bro. Peckham, you know the thing. It's Peckham energy. Peckham energy and Brixton and Dark Kennel Hill energy. Let me just remind you that I come from those 3 areas: Peckham, Brixton, Dulwich. But yeah, man, I feel so silly. But thank you, Brickhouse Capital. Anyway, sorry.
Yeah. So anyway, when I was talking about the show yesterday, there were some good kids there. And then like Matt's created this, like, it's a title fight, so they fight 4 rounds, and they fight for, it's the Marciano belt. It's a nice belt that he's created. You know what I mean? It's a nice belt that he's created. And yeah, big up Alan Skills. So he created a really nice belt. and there's some really good from Southall Boxing Club, yeah.
Okay.
Bro, like there's a lot of Asian kids there, but there's one kid. Oh man, me and Raider Raheem did the commentary for it, right? And it was
Okay.
like, yeah, they fought for a title, and like he fought a kid from Epsom boys, bro. It was a swingers, but it was a technical swingers. You know what I mean? There's
Okay.
a couple kids from Pedro boxed there as well yesterday. So some Brian Lawrence's grandson boxes
Yeah,
today.
Brian Lawrence, Brian. So yeah.
The dude's got skills. He comes second best, yeah. But it's only because like he was doing all the skills, the shoulder, popping the jab to the body, everything. But his work rate wasn't consistent. You know what I mean? He's only 17. I said, look, don't be disheartened.
Yes.
Don't be disheartened. Just keep on working, but you got to improve your work rate. That's all.
There's a Ghanaian boy that boxes for Pedro. I've been having my eye on this youth for a long time. If that might even be the boy that you're talking about. What weight was the boy that? What weight was the boy?
The one, I know the guy name you're talking about because he boxed yesterday. His name's Samuel something, Kenneth.
I don't even know his name.
I think so. Yeah.
Joe Cadu would know what I'm chatting about.
Yeah, he boxed yesterday. He won.
Yeah, this kid is gonna do things if he stays sharp because he's just got the demeanor. He seems to have the ingredients and he's very quietly. He actually reminds me of JB. He actually reminds me of JB.
Yeah, so it was a decent little show. Like they should have had something like 20 fights, and you know with amateur boxing, they had 8.
Yes.
You know how it goes with amateur boxing. So like, but yeah, fair play. And the nicest thing, like Winston's done all the food, so yeah, the curry got rice was banging, so let's took that home. But
you see, well, I'm so upset, man. But what? And you went down there?
Huh? Yeah, I went to the show.
So why didn't you tell me?
What are you talking about? I'm not bothering you. Big superstar Tunde Ajayi. Every time I phone Tunde, I'm in the gym, Spence. I'm in the gym. I'm phoning 12 o'clock at night. I'm in the gym. What you phoning at this time for? I said, nah. And it was, you know what? I forgot about the show. And then radio said, oh, yeah, you're coming to the commentary with me, yeah? I said, oh, yeah. And it's literally only down the road from me. It was only down the road from me. So, what's the Leisure Centre? Leisure Centre in Mitcham, so I just went to it. Yeah, it was a nice little show that they had there. You know what I mean, it was cool.
Oh, come on. Well, big up. I know it's Balham. I know that's Winston's club, Balham, right?
Yeah.
Balham. Big up Balham ABC and Winston. Been around for years.
I'm telling you, when
always
Winston
got good advice.
Age, I couldn't believe it, you know.
Yeah, because how he's old now, isn't it?
Yeah, but he's fit, you know.
He's fit. His skin is fit. His skin's immaculate. He looks young. You know, listen, healthy heart, good outlook. That's what I always say. So big up Balham
and you know
ABC.
What? It's weird, like how amateur fights, you get better fights in the amateurs than you see in the pros.
Because you know why, Spence?
They're not educated.
Because ultimately they're not motivated by money.
Yeah, Tunde. Trust me.
They're not motivated by money. They just want to love the sport. It's like a young kid. You know, a lot of it, money, what people do with money can make it evil. Money is not evil. A lot of good people do it. But when these young kids turn professional or adults turn professional or get into the sport of boxing, they're actually, it's probably the best time of their careers. Because they'll be watching tapes, they'll be going on the runs, they'll be doing everything their coaches. And then as soon as the P's come in the business,
I'm telling you,
this is where you see the 99% fall off. That's where they fall off.
Talk it.
That's where they fall off because now you've got the money you never had. You've got the attention that probably you didn't know that you crave. And ultimately, those things are the things that stop you from getting up in the morning, stop you from now, where you used to be studying tapes from AM to PM. Now you're lucky if you get a PM. You're lucky if you get an AM. It's because now the other influences, now you got social media. Now you're worried about how many followers you got. Now you're worried about, now all of a sudden I've now got to become this content creator and not do the work. Content create what? Bro, I just, I only can look at the guys at the top and what I've seen with in my whole history of boxing is those guys at the top of the sport are so dedicated, Spence.
Trust me.
And they've kept that dedication from the beginning to where they ultimately got to. Hey, what? Ducking It was called Champion Hill? No. Champion Hill's always been there, bro. Come on, man. You can't tell me about my ends. Dark Kennel Hill there's always been Dock Kennel Hill, and then across the road, because we used to go over Champion Hill and break up the Circle Boys. We used to go beat them up and then come back over to Dock Kennel Hill, show them what time it is. So yeah, there's always been Champion Hill and there's always been DKH. So top flats, but big up Malcolm Marcel. Hold on. Yeah, old type Malcolm. Covered, you don't know. But yeah, so Spence, other than I mean, I would love to see it Ben against Garcia. But what other fight do you think will be out there for Ben if it's not Garcia next?
Realistically, there's talk through the grapevine.
Yes.
There's been talk in the grapevine. Yeah, exactly. Lance, ask him again. Where the hell has he been, Mr. Mayor?
Bro,
right?
It was 225 was a serious year. You know,
yeah,
we had.
Yeah, it was busy. You were busy.
We had disputes. Ultimately, I feel like they were resolved. We had 2 fights. We had the fight on Sky, and then when you get to a certain level, you ain't having 3-4 fights a year. It's 2 fights. So, and in between all of that, Joe Kadua became Southern Area champion, Commonwealth silver champion,
and English
now the English champion. So 225, I was in camp, and Spencer always knows, as much as I love this show, boxing is the number one thing in my heart, and that's where I'm always going to be. And this is secondary, 1,000,000%. But yeah, old tight Lance Mayer. Spence, sorry.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like,
other than Garcia.
Yeah, other than Garcia. Sorry, thank you, Carlos. My train of thought. Other than Garcia, let's just be real.
You said the talk.
Yeah, let's just the talk. The talk is Garcia, but him versus Devin would be a great fight.
Oh,
be a big fight, man. That'd be a big fight, man.
Oh my goodness!
Especially after the disrespect when my man beat up Brian Norman and he was cussing him hard. You know what I mean? Ben was cussing him hard, but I fell asleep there and all that, right? So that would be a good fight. That would be a fight that I would be I'd have my popcorn ready for that fight, son.
Bruv, Joe, I want Joe to come in this mix quick. I want Joe to get in this mix quick.
Right?
But that would be a fight.
Of course, it'd be a fight.
Devin Haney against Conor Benn.
Right.
Wow, I better phone Bill now and ask Bill while gone.
Yeah, phone him right now, Tom, see if you get him.
Nah, Bill ain't gonna answer the phone.
But listen, don't put him out on it. You never know, because he's your bridge. Phone him.
Let me see. Bill Haney. The fact is, right, we don't give man no warning. We just phone man straight.
No warning, we just phone man straight. Nah, Bill ain't picking up no phone right now. Let me try the other phone. Yeah, try the other phone. These man got all 10 numbers. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, if it's not that fight, if you don't get Bill, then it would be Shakur Stevenson. Against Conor Benn. Yeah. This is the big boy lead, But we chat about Devin and Shakur. That is the creme de la creme of fighting. All right. And if it's a free fight deal, you got to be a bit strategic, Spence. If it's a free fight deal, you got to be strategic. Much like how Floyd was. I was quite surprised when Floyd fought Canelo in his, what was that, the 47th or 46th or something.
it was after Guerrero, innit? Floyd fought Canelo. And in a 6-fight deal, this is how confident Floyd was. Floyd's like, bruv, I'll just top of this young boy early doors and still move on to Pacquiao. Didn't even fight Pacquiao in his fifth. I didn't get the stats. He didn't even fight Pacquiao at the end of that deal. I think Conor Benn was Conor Benn. What's his name? Conor McGregor was the last of the 50 fights.
Yeah.
But he ultimately fought Canelo like maybe the second or third fight in the deal, if I'm not mistaken. I'm sorry, I'm just grabbing up his record. So, so the Manny Pacquiao thing is scheduled now. Wow. September.
Manny Pacquiao
versus Floyd. The 9th of September, the fight is a done deal. Because I remember in the week, Pacquiao was on Max Kellerman's thing. Sorry,
I see that.
On Max Kellerman's show, saying that he's got till tomorrow to sign the contract. Tomorrow. So yeah, Conor McGregor was the 50th, Berto was the 49th, Pacquiao was the 47th.
Yep.
Yeah, and then you had Maidana twice, and before that was so Alvarez was the fight after Guerrero. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, 6. So I think Berto was the end of the deal. Berto was the end of the contract, and then obviously he had the 50th because he wanted to beat Marciano's record, and just cap it off with a 50. But Floyd, my goodness gracious, what confidence! But Devon versus Conor Benn, I can see that as part of the deal, the 3-fight deal. Maybe it's Garcia, Devon, and Shakur. I bet you that's how it might turn out, Spence.
Say that again.
Garcia, get past Garcia, you got the Devon fight. Get past Devon, you got the Shakur fight. But bro, this will be like the biggest 3 fights ever. And you know, like it's a 3 fight. The first one, you might just drop down the hole. The second one, boom, you drop down an even deeper hole. So, bro, it will be mad. I mean, look, as much as we still Sylvester, as much as we're saying that definitely not happening here, as I said, but you just don't know. You don't know. He might get past the first hurdle. He might get past the first hurdle and beat Ryan Garcia. I'm saying on record, I believe it. I don't mind being wrong because we're only talking as fans, so there's nothing wrong. Ultimately, the only people who feel the pressure are the fighters and the trainers, the people close to them. But I feel like Conor has it in him to beat Ryan Garcia. I do. I honestly do. I think the style's right. It's an aggressive style. It's got to be aggressive. Conor Benn has got quick hands. Don't let anyone fool you that he ain't got quick hands. He's got quick hands. He's got quick hands. It's just people are questioning the power, but I feel like the power will be more in the next fight. Barrios, I wouldn't even take that fight because Barrios ain't no joke. Don't get it twisted about how Ryan Garcia dealt with Barrios. Ryan Garcia dealt with Barrios because of his boxing IQ and his speed. Barrios just couldn't get. He wasn't used to the speed, and Barrios wasn't fighting no old Manny Pacquiao. Who's lost his that man said Barrios is crap. Nah, you're disrespecting Barrios. Didn't Barrios beat up Ugas?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, he beat up Ugas. Lamont Roach against Conor. Well, you better put some respect on Lamont Roach's name because Lamont Roach ain't no joke. He's way smaller than Conor though, I think. But no, saying that, these guys are really welterweights and they're fighting at like lightweight. So
yeah,
you offer Lamont the right money, he will fight Conor.
But you know what? What about Shakur and Secure versus Conor Benn.
I mean, listen, I think the cat and his dog would have to go with Shakur. Like, there's nobody who's betting against Shakur Stevenson. Like, just nobody. I mean, he made Teofimo Lopez look like he just started boxing yesterday.
He made it look progesterone, Tunde.
He made him look like he just started boxing. He made Teo look slow. That's the IQ. He made Teo look slow. And so when you talk, but don't get it twisted. Conor will roll up there. Conor will roll up there. I mean, I can see how a lot of ex-British fighters are actually kicking themselves. Like they're actually walking down the road and trying to kick their own foot, saying, how the hell did this Conor Benn, who in their opinion is not even British level, is getting this, these breaks? They don't like it.
Yeah, you know what? It's because he created them in his mind before. That's why all these things are happening for him. And he trains bloody hard. That's one thing you can't take away from him. He trains bloody hard, and it's all of the other intangibles. He's the son of a legend, but he can fight. We can't turn around and say the kid can't fight. He can fight. So because of that, he's reaping rewards. And
listen, you know what? I just deeped it. I've just become a Conor Benn fan. Like I've always been a fan of him, but I'm taking it to the next level now. I'm backing him. I just had like a premonition or something. I said, you know what? I'm just backing Conor. I'm going with him now. I'm probably because there's so much man hating on him. Because you know the hatership is at its highest level right now. The hatership with Conor is at its highest level. So I always like to go with the so-called underdog. So I'm just backing Conor anyway. So yeah, bro, bring these man, let them fight.
The hatership had to be high. The hatership had to be high because, like, with Conor Benn, how he was walking around and everything, like he had like a little peacock strut, right? And people looking at that, well, who do you think he is? Who do you think you are? And he knows who he is. Do you know what I mean? And that persona is just like, he had to think to himself that I was better than what I really was to get to where he's getting. Because he would have thought, like, just where he wouldn't get nowhere. This is the truth. Because I remember I see him, and it was some award ceremony. I had to give out an award, and he had to give out an award as well. It was some BAME award. This is like 4 years ago, maybe, if not maybe even more than that. But 4 years ago, and he was there. Tell a lie, it was just before Ant was gonna fight Kovalev.
Yes.
Right? It was just before then. So that's what, 6 years ago now. And and I see him, and it was just like just his persona. Like he was actually in his mind psychologically grooming himself to be a star. I mean, to be a star. And that's what you got to do. Sometimes you got to everyone else are going to think, who do you think you are? But you know what you're aligning yourself with. I've seen it many times. It's just like the story of Chris Blackwell when he met he was the head of Virgin at the time, who met the Wailers before Bob Marley, before they called it Bob Marley and the Wailers. And he said those guys walked into his studio, into his office, like they were superstars, and they were nobody at the time.
Yes, I mean, confidence.
Yeah, it's that confidence. So so it's your perception of yourself is how you're going to be perceived. That is it.
1,000,000%, Spence. Right. That is true.
So I'm not taking nothing away from Conor Benn on what he's done. Nothing away. I do. You know what, Tim? We did see yesterday my girl telling people that she was fighting on her time of the month.
Who?
Borough Gardner.
Bro, I've heard it all now. We're gonna get to Borough Gardner in a minute. But just to answer this question, Mr. African Style TV 500 said nobody likes cheaters. Well, they obviously do because they're paying, bro. The man's jamming out Wembley bare times. Come on, man, bro. Numbers don't lie. You say that's your and I'm not disagreeing. I hate cheaters. That's why to this day I can never give Kovalev and Beterbiev the full credit of beating Ant because both of them, whether it was prior or after, were found with drugs in their body. And that's not a defamatory statement. Kovalev failed a drugs test after he fought Ant. So what makes me think that he wasn't taking it when he fought Ant? Beterbiev, after he fought Ant, after pulling out or rescheduling our fight 2 times, done the same thing to Callum Smith and was found with raised levels of whatever HGT or whatever it is, but not enough to find him. So, bro, so this is all fishy and dodgy. It's all dodgy. So I don't like cheats, but the fact is Conor Benn is selling out the place. He's
He
selling out the
certainly is.
place.
He
So
certainly
somebody
is.
likes him. Somebody likes him. And game E3, and this is what I'm trying to say. When people talk about casuals, they need to go and look in the mirror. Because I can tell you, free British, I'm not even the knowledge. The man who is the knowledge on this thing, you're looking at him on the other side of the something, yeah? That's Spencer, the knowledge Fearon. But I'm telling you, being in the gym and being a lover of the sport of boxing, you're the greatest British fighters never won a British title, but went on to win world titles. Point one, Prince Nazim Hamid. Never won a British title.
Won the
Point
European
two,
crown because he wasn't old enough to fight for the British.
point two, Frank Bruno. Never won a British title. Point three, Nigel Benn. Never won a British champion. And those three names.
One more turn, come on.
Come on, you had the knowledge. Give us the one more.
No. Since we're talking about the era, this man never won it neither.
Let me think.
This man didn't win it, Tunde. They wanted me
Chris
to
Eubank Senior.
Didn't win it.
There you go.
Didn't win it.
There you go.
But you know why? Let me tell you this though, Tun. I'm gonna be real with you, yeah. The reason why that man never won it, yeah, is because the man that held the crown at that time was Harold Graham.
That's a dangerous brother.
Yeah, so they did right. So, but they didn't fight. They didn't fight for it. They didn't fight for it. Nigel Benn, was it 17 months as a professional fighter? Beats what's his name? Abdullah. What's his name? He beat the Ugandan brother for the Commonwealth crown. Saeed. He beat him for the Commonwealth crown. So he never fought for the British title.
You know, we're doing a lot of interaction tonight, which is good. I was gonna actually put up the link, and if anyone who wants to come, we ain't done that for a hot minute, Spence, but I ain't been here for a hot minute. What's the time now, Spence?
One that is 20 to 10.
20 to 10. Okay.
I'm going to bed in a minute.
A little last 10 minutes. A little last 10 minutes.
A little last 10 minutes.
We invite the people in if they want to click on. But anyway, is Conor Benn world-class Tunde? Well, we're gonna have to wait and see. We do know he's beaten a former faded at the end of the career world champion, but I'm not going to take any shine off of that. Prograis is still a dangerous brother, you know, despite saying that he went into the fight with a lot of injuries. He's been in there with the best. He's been in there with Devin Haney. He's been in there with who else did he'd been in there with Josh Taylor, who was undisputed at 140. So, you know, Conor has still got a lot to prove, but he's developing. He's young. He's chasing his dreams. And while somebody's chasing their dreams and they're winning, you can't really give a full assessment. As we said at the beginning of the show, there are some fighters who are dead certs. You look at them, you know, that's world class. That's world champion. With Conor, I think it's like a more of a let's see, let's wait and see, let's wait and see. So give the young man a opportunity to prove how great he is or how great he isn't. But he's done well. He's beaten Chris Eubank, who was quote unquote a world champion of some descript. And he's just gone and beat Prograis. So we'll see. We can't really, you know, we can't really hold on, let me do this thing here. I can't remember how to do it. Present or invite? Invite, I guess. Image. Spence. You know Manny. Where is Manny, man? Where is Manny? We don't even see Manny. Manny thinks he's just gonna invite, I guess. Okay, yeah. I got it. All right, so people, I'm gonna put the link. We've got 10 minutes left for the show. Anyone that wants to just come on, give any sort of opinion. Oh, I know that. I just copied the link. Sure. This is what happens when you get some Niger brothers and a Jamaican.
Don't try to bring me, because I'm not trying to do nothing on this thing.
Wait. Post a comment. But I'm trying to paste it, copy and paste it. This is where I need Joel and them man there. So how comes I can't give my I'm very sorry. Maybe it's a sign.
Of course, it's a sign. It's a time for me to jump off the thing and go to my bed.
Maybe it's a sign because I'm not being allowed. I have copied and pasted. If it don't work, Spence, we're not gonna have it.
Roy Jones Jr. joined Arthur.
We did, Spence. Control. Okay, Control C. Let me see. This is wait. Control C. Where's Control C? Control C. What did Bobby Rat say? Then Control V. Then Control V. That's not working, Bob. Control C is not working. Share. Hold on. Man, them back on the deck. Yeah, we're back on the deck, bro. But we're trying to get this. We're trying to get this link up, but it's not working. It's not working. It's not letting me double click, and I just don't know what's happening. Let me try. What do you say? Control V, bro. You know what? We have to get Manny up, bro. Manny is on some joke thing. Let me phone Manny. I would like to hear some opinions. Because you know sometimes people could feel we're being a bit biased.
Wait, they're also Tunde. When's my man's fighting soon, isn't it?
Who?
Lawrence Okoli is fighting, isn't it?
It's next week, isn't it? I think it's next week. Hey, Manny. Manny, jump on the thing and put the link up in the description box because I want people to click in for the last 10 minutes of the show. Please, I beg. Thank you. You know, Manny's a big baller now, so don't worry. The fight is right. We gotcha. Yeah, Lawrence Okoli versus the Olympian boy, right? Don Charles charge.
Yeah, Tony Yoka.
Tony Yoka. What's your thoughts on that fight?
I rate Joe Gallagher, you know.
Joe Gallagher. Oh, he's training
Lawrence. And I rate Joe Gallagher.
And
I believe that Lawrence will come out victorious because it's about trajectories.
Look at that. Look at that. Check out StreamYard. Bro, what's this discard? Man's looking. No, that's not it. That's not it. Yeah, sorry, Spence, you're saying?
Right, Antonio Tarvin has followed me, you know?
Yeah? But we got to get the magic man on.
Yeah,
Send him the link, man. Send the magic man on.
Now send the link to my other phone.
Okay.
Send it to the other phone. You know the other phone. Let me just send you
the SRS, or what do you call it?
The OIS. Yeah. Send it to my work phone.
Sorry, the fact is right. You got to know that this is live things we're dealing with. So, Manny, you putting a link up? Manny's in the building. Manny is now in the building. I just done that.
Yeah, cool. Yeah,
Manny,
nice.
would you put the link for tonight's show up in the description box? So, because I've just tried it, but it's not. I copied the link, but it's not letting me. Aha! There you go. Anyone who wants to jump on, feel free. Talk boxing, we're there. After, yeah, Manny, you know, because Manny's so rich now, yeah, because he's got a few quid in his pocket. We have to literally call him out of the bank. Yeah, you see what's there? Manny, for those of you that have never seen Manny, you see, that's our Asian brother just controlling things behind the walls of steel. A young man that I've watched grown up, brought him in and just watched him flourish. So proud of that young man. You know, and he's another young boy. See me, I just do it with respect. I always help young people, regardless of who they are, where they come from, what their cultural background is. It's just a respect thing, and I feel like when you show that you can do a job, color's really got nothing to do with it. So ethnicity's got nothing to do. Can you do the job? Can you do it well? Are you on time? And are you winning like everyone else wants to win? So big up money. But I feel money East Saint So come on, anyone who has any thoughts and opinions, you've literally got a window of a few minutes, let's talk about Conor Benn. Let's talk about, and even if you feel like, you know, yeah, even if you feel like, yeah, that's right. You ain't on time. Even if you feel like you got something to get off your chest with regards to Conor, now's the time. So I don't want to see because it's funny how people always talk behind the keyboard, but when it's time to show your face, you don't want to show your face. So talk. Hey, Dubois versus Woodley against Spence. That's the fight. Where's Spencer gone now? Bro, what do you mean?
I'm here, man. I can hear you, man.
Okay, Dubois against Woodley is another fight that I'm so looking forward to. People have really, in my opinion, written Daniel off for whatever reason it is. I don't know. I don't know. I actually I don't know. I feel like Daniel is a dangerous fighter.
You know what? People have written him off
We're going.
because of Sam Jones.
Why? What's the matter? Why? What would Sam Jones have anything to do with the victory of?
He's managing him right now. Nah, fun and games aside, yeah. I'm just gonna call Sam Jones' name so I can hear it.
Yes.
Fun and games aside, the reason why they're writing him off, yeah, is because if we were to align ourselves with a fighter, yeah,
Yes.
that we would want to take characteristics from.
I see you, Bob. Give me a sec, yeah. Go on. Bobby's good.
Yeah.
Bobby, go on.
Okay, cool. We want to take more of what Woolley has shown us than what Daniel Dubois has shown us, and that's the truth, right? But people writing off Daniel Dubois, they're doing it at their peril, because if Daniel Dubois claps anybody, I don't care who you are, you're gone.
Bro, man just said Fabio got hot, but he can't swing with Dubois. I'll be shocked if Fabio wins. Trust me. You know that it's not gonna be like that. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce our first guest to the show. Someone that's been with us from the very beginning.
From the inception.
The face behind the name, Mr. Sergeant Bobby Wright, in the building. With the old England top, mate. What's going on, sir?
How you doing, mate?
brothers?
Yeah.
How you doing?
Watching the football? How you doing? What are you? You're not in the war business, you know. I don't even know what to call it. Like the military, the barracks, what's going on right now?
There's a number of people gone out to Saudi Arabia now.
Okay.
So that's getting serious now. So we've got a number of troops gone over there. There's other people deployed in Cyprus as well, because you would have saw the bombing that happened over there. So we've got a number of people over in Cyprus, and a number of people gone to Saudi Arabia as well. So
okay, but let me just tell the fighters right. When Ant was in Dubai, I was getting messages from Bobby. Yeah. Bobby was telling me if Ant hears anything, hold down low and like roll over to the window and something. I'm like, bro. In my head, I was like, Bobby, I can't tell Ant that. Because, bro, that will get me scared. Ant as a man will just get scared. If we tell him all those things.
But remember, Ant made the video, and he said, "Nah, you're lying. I'm scared,
yeah.
I'm scared."
So Bobby was like the first person on the phone. He was like, bro, this is what Ant has to do if there's any emergency. So, bro, you know it's all love. Bobby's got our back.
It was bad, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was serious. It was serious. But I was like, bro, this ain't Anthony's day. Cause I'm not telling Andy that. Because, bro, hey, well, because I know Ant will be like, Unks, what are you telling me that for? What are you telling me? You're trying to get me more scared. But anyway, thank you for that, Bob. Bob, what's your whole take on Conor Benn situation? And does he have a chance against Ryan Garcia?
I don't know, because I listened to comments what Josh Taylor said in the week. And he was saying he's just a British level fighter. I don't know how Josh Taylor can say that, because obviously he can, because he's a former undisputed champion, isn't he?
Yes.
And we all understand that. But like the performance he put up against Regis Prograde was bang out, like average, wasn't it? For the viewers' eye, it was an average performance. But everyone has a bad day in the office.
Do you want me to be honest with you? Conor's performance against Reeves was better than Josh Taylor. because people thought because go watch the fight. People thought Prograis won that fight. There was never a doubt. There was never a doubt who won that fight.
But Tunde, is that a different time of fighters'
stages
career?
of their career? Absolutely, different stages of their career. But I'm just saying, the performance was better. The performance was better against a faded fighter. But yeah, I hear Josh Taylor. But again, I feel like there's a lot of, and I don't know Josh like that, but I just feel like there's a lot of hatred because this young man is making more money in one fight than you made in your whole career.
And that's the next thing, right? So is it a little bit of jealousy that he's reaping them rewards? You know,
a little bit.
A little bit. On. The hatred is open. The hatership. You know me. I've made that word famous. Hatership. The hatership is open for all to see. These guys are boiling so much inside. They're coming out and giving interviews, saying this guy's not British level. Well, hold on. He obviously is. He's just not fighting the guys that you want him to fight to become that quote unquote British standard. But you know, I was a bit upset that Josh come out and said that because I feel like Josh knows what it took to really fulfill his dreams, getting to that stage. And I said it on the top of the show that fighters shouldn't disrespect other fighters. It just because you know what it takes and the sacrifice you've made to get to a certain level. So I wasn't really happy with Josh. But go on, Bob.
Yeah, but everyone's going to judge that, and everyone's going to go, "Oh, Ryan Garcia." Imagine all I'm thinking about, as well as the fight, obviously, but imagine the build-up between Ryan Garcia, Conor Benn. It's going to be meant. I mean, look how the build-up was big for Devin Haney, right? But the Conor Benn, you know, he's feisty. He wants it. He don't hold back whatsoever, and it's going to be mental. And I think Conor's aggression will like help him in that fight as well, though. The way he comes forward and the way he'll try his best to put it on him. But does he have the skills to beat Ryan Garcia? I don't know. If I'm being completely honest, probably not. But
yeah, Ryan Garcia is a serious fighter because Ryan Garcia. I just remember Ryan Garcia clapped out Duarte, who really Hitchens didn't fight him. Well, we know why Hitchens didn't fight him now because he had that Zuffa deal in his back pocket. But Duarte is a serious fighter, and Ryan Garcia just done him.
So he obliterated him, Tunde.
He obliterated him. Between Luke Campbell and Conor Benn as well.
Yeah, I saw that. I was telling Tunde about it.
Yeah, so the beef between Luke Campbell and Conor Benn as well, because Conor Benn was going, "Oh, you got like." He was saying he's making some comments about Luke Campbell. You got dropped by Luke Campbell, but like forgetting Luke Campbell, what? He's an Olympic champion. Yeah, Olympic champion. So the pedigree's there, right? And look at the performance Luke Campbell put up against Lomachenko as well. Like it was a good performance.
Excellent performance.
Exactly.
For sure.
So like if I was Conor, I wouldn't like be using Luke Campbell as an example personally. Like you can't be doing stuff like that.
Yeah, but Luke done.
Sorry.
So
I've got a question for both of you. So, did you see recently? Ben Shalom said something. There's big news coming out in the boxing that's going to shock the boxing news, not just boxing, but the sports entertainment. And he's holding on to some news. He dropped in a little interview. I don't know what.
I saw that. That was about a week and a half ago.
Yeah. What is this? What is this news, Spence? I
have no idea.
Well, if Spencer don't know, no one knows.
I don't know.
Because if Spencer knew, everyone would know. That's just how it is.
I don't know.
I did ask my team more about that, and I think it was more in line with something that has already come out or something. But I don't think it was any major big. I don't know.
All I know is this. Is that at this present moment, Ben Shalom is suing everybody.
Oh yeah?
Oh mate, trust me. I'm surprised he ain't trying to sue you, Tunde. He's suing everyone.
Ben can't sue me. He knows. He's suing. Ben knows man be around his house having a word.
Right, he's suing. Ben Shalom ain't playing. Ben Shalom is suing everybody. And when I mean everybody,
I didn't know that.
I mean everybody. He's suing everybody, my friend. He's not playing.
Yeah, but I mean, I feel Ben, because I've sat down with Ben on a few occasions, and I mean, listen, there's probably people gonna say bad things about him, but
I
he
take it as
seems
a
to
fight.
be.
He's cool to me.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That Ben is, he's young, he's ambitious, he's not scared. He's not scared. He's not scared, and I feel like he's coming to the sport in a with a particular manner, then realize that so many people are backstabbers, and he's like, bro, he's not having it no more. He's like, bro, I'm not letting these
Yeah.
people.
That's what he
Yeah,
said.
I'm not
He
letting
said
people
that, innit?
take
He said,
liberties with me.
sometimes I behave like a bit of a pussy, but I ain't doing that no more. And
Yeah,
I said,
yeah,
well,
yeah.
fair play to you. I rate that,
And fair play, yeah, fair play to him. Like if you can't just someone just can't keep on walking over. But it's the sport, Listen, it's a kind of hierarchy situation whereby you got the top dogs and but a top dog was once a guy coming up. So I feel like sometimes they could just be teasing him, playing with him, seeing if he's got the metal to last. But I think when fighters do it to you from a promotional standpoint, maybe they'll be like, nah, all right, cool, I'll let you go, but nah, I'm not having this no more. But that's ultimately because the game has become so competitive. There's a lot of
Sorry, I'll keep cutting you. Sorry.
yeah, go on.
Going
No,
back to Conor Benn, the 3-fight deal, yeah. So, and you mentioned earlier, Tunde, that Shakur, you thought that it could be Shakur Stevens. Is Shakur not still with? Is he not with Eddie Hearn?
Who?
Is Shakur Stevens not with Eddie Hearn?
I don't even know what's going on there.
No, oh yeah, he did have a 1-fight deal. Or he had 1 fight remaining, which may have been the TO fight.
Yeah.
And so I did hear talks. I did
I
hear
heard the
talks
Zuffa
about
talk.
the Zuffa talk.
Yeah.
So that's going to be massive, right? So if he could get Conor Benn against Shakur Stevens in Zuffa boxing, and that's how you're going to bring the names, okay? Like, forget the made-up belt. What the
Do you know something? A name just popped into my head for Conor. Do you know it could be Hitchens that Conor fights?
He's gone with Zuffa, isn't it?
He's gone with Zuffa, and he's moving up a weight to 147. So that could definitely be that. Literally just came into my head there. That could definitely be in talks. Hitchens against
Conor Benn.
Conor Benn, because I know that Adam Azim was really, they were talking about Adam Azim versus Hitchens.
Yeah.
And obviously I can see why Hitchens would move up, because to me Adam's going to become a world champion this year, given the opportunity, and it'll be a dangerous fight for. I'm saying Adam Azim is going to be a dangerous fight for any of them world champions. And I'm telling you, any of them world champions, because he's got speed, he's got heart, he's strong, he's got everything. He was groomed to be a champion, and ultimately, I feel like this is going to be the year Adam Azim really makes his mark on the sport of boxing. Remember, I said it. So yeah,
when's Adam back out? Do you reckon? Because he had an injury, didn't he?
it's supposed to be the talk I'm hearing, because Joe is going to be on the undercard. But let me not say it. But
Ton, will you let me know where that's at before it gets released? Because I can get cheaper rates.
I'll text it to you after. I'll text it to you after. Because Joe Kadua is on the bill. But I mean, we've heard nothing officially, but unofficially, we got the date, we got the venue. So yeah, but I'm not at liberty to say when or where that is. So I'll leave that to Boxer, who are Joe Kadua and Adam Azim's promoters. Baz and Ben will, I'm sure, let everyone know what's going on in due course. So yeah, that's gonna happen.
Sorry, Ton, did you see Alicia Baumgardner last night?
Look, last night was on Friday night.
Yeah, Friday night. Did you see?
It was on Friday night. I didn't stay up to watch the fight. I watched it the next day.
She's special in cheer.
That's what me and Spence was talking about this, and how a fight between her and Caroline will play out. But to be honest with you, she was boxing up the Bo Sin. She was punching up Bo Sin before she got tired. When she got tired is when Bo Shin started to make it, a bit more competitive in those last couple of rounds. But before then, she was just boxing her ears off.
Yeah.
She was boxing. Can she do that with Caroline? Caroline is bigger than her. Caroline's bigger than her. And yeah, it's the weight above. And I feel Caroline, I don't know, it's one of them fights. Skill-wise, what would you say? Who would you say has better skill set, Bob?
Who has better skill?
Yeah.
I think their skill sets are different. It's not like who's got the better skill, because their skill sets are different. Caroline Dubois is very, very skillful. You know what I mean? And she's a southpaw as well. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And she got very good momentum, like how she likes to plant her shots. But if I'm talking like on fluidity, the better fluidity is Boren Gardner. You know what I mean? Just look, Boren Gardner's got, I would say, better balance as well. And even though Boren Gardner's at a lighter weight compared to, because Boren Gardner's 130 and Caroline Dubois 135, but I'm saying like that would be a good fight. That would be a very, very good. That's the fight that I want to see, because I'm not going to go by the weight differences and all the rest of it, because it's £5 and it's five. I remember Bo Sim fought Caroline and gave Caroline trouble and hurt Caroline as well.
Trust me.
Right? Handled Terry Harper quite easily, didn't she?
Easy.
Yeah, she did.
She clapped her back to wherever she come from, bro. That knockout was serious, bro. That's one of the best women knockouts I've seen in a long time. I don't think Baumgartner will throw another punch like that ever again, because again, I feel like a lot of energy is being wasted on this coming to the weigh-ins in some little scantily dressed clothes and all this, this social media stuff. And one thing about Caroline Dubois,
she's all business.
Although she's doing her part with the social media, wearing the tops and stuff like that, I know this girl is training constantly and wants to be a superstar. So there are levels, there are steps you have to take, but it'd be a good fight if it was to happen. I can't actually see Baumgartner taking that challenge and going up a weight class and fighting, but it's so...
I do. Why
it's a double edge, because you're saying she's bigger than you. At least you're saying she's bigger than, but then she's chatting about fighting Katie Taylor.
And she was talking about, she'd fight Clarissa Shields.
Oh, don't be silly.
Right. Remember, right. And did you see Clarissa Shields? Who's sure? I think she was on Andre Wall's incredible podcast, where she said, look, me and her got to fight. Even if I meet her in a car park or we got to spar, but me and her got to fight.
No, I never saw that.
Yeah,
I never saw that.
But I'm saying, I don't like when Boren Gardner's saying that, oh, well, she's bigger than me, kind of talk. I don't like that.
Yeah, it's kind of like a cop-out, because... But the thing is, the more the fans talk about it, the more she'll be forced into the fight. The shock of the card was the little Mayweather girl, the Mayweather star girl, getting clap out, Shanisha Green. Bro, because I remember how... I was sending tapes to Spencer of this Shanisha Green, because back in the day she was shoulder rolling, catching shots.
You know what? Girl, that's mad, because you sent me them tapes years ago,
Long time, to show you that I'm a boxing worm. I was saying this girl is the girl to beat up all these girls. She was slick, Spence, but again, she looked like she was in Five Guys before she come into that fight. She wasn't in shape, Spence. I'm looking at the size of her legs, her body, her face, her neck. I'm saying, bro, this girl ain't in shape. And it's like the fight that we wanted to see was her against Carissa.
Yeah.
And this is what I'm saying about the money situation. When money comes into the equation of boxing, it's a double-edged sword, because yes, it changes your view outside the window. It does, it can help with a lot of things, but ultimately it could take away your discipline. And
it certainly took away hers because she got broke up.
Bruv, did she not see who was fighting her? You fighting these kind of Mexican, South American girls, they're coming hungry. If you're not in shape at that level, knowing that there's a potential fight with Carissa in the horizon, that's a madness. That's a madness. She looked like she just come from 805 and she was eating jollof rice with pounded and stew. And I'm like, nah, you can't. I'm coming. You come on, Bobby. You can't get in a ring like that, mate. I said, is that you disrespecting the sport? You got to be in shape. So
well, obviously so, because she got broke up. But yeah,
unfortunate. I heard she was rushed to hospital or something like that. So
hopefully she's alright. Well,
prayers
hopefully,
for
but I saw the
her.
reports that she's all right now. You know.
Oh, she's okay. So
Yeah,
so the
that's what I saw
prayers,
the reports on Twitter.
the prayers,
But
the
what
prayers.
I'm saying, turn back to Lisa Braun Gardner and Caroline Dubois. That fight needs to happen because there's a lot of interest right now in female boxing, as you saw when Zuffa did their show. Not Zuffa.
MVP.
Did their show in an all-female show, MVP, when they did their show. I mean, that fight can happen. That fight needs to happen.
The best MVP show. I know that was Boxer. Boxer done the best show. Clarissa
Where
and
we was
Savannah.
at, all the female, that was incredible. That was incredible.
Clarissa Savannah Marshall, that one. Was that right?
Yeah, that was an incredible show.
Yeah, that was
a really good show. Really good show. That's the best female show that I've ever been to.
For sure. So we want to see Caroline Dubois versus Alicia Bungada. I think we want to see that next as well. I don't see the need to really if Alicia's not gonna get Katie Taylor,
which she's not gonna get her.
Well, it's a possibility, you know.
She's not getting her, brother.
Unless that fight at Croke Park happens, because Eddie's been in Ireland and in Croke Park trying to secure that arena or stadium, wherever it is.
Yeah.
Ebony Bridges come back yesterday, didn't she? As well. Ebony Bridges comeback fight yesterday.
Who?
It was on the left. Ebony Bridges, you know, Kel's missus.
Anyway, yeah.
Where was that in Dubai?
Sorry, say again.
Was that fight in Dubai? In Dubai?
No, it's up north somewhere.
Okay, but she got the win in it. I saw them in the ring. But
Yeah, it was a points victory, I think, but it wasn't. But because it wasn't live on TV or nothing, you couldn't see it.
What is she actually fighting for? Is she fighting because she really wants to fight, or is it just, Kills back in the game? And I'm like, bro, like this is a serious business. I don't know, she's got a child now.
That's it. Yeah, she's a mommy now, so like, I don't know.
I just come my head. Remember Yaz, the singer?
Yeah.
The only way is up. When she had a child, my dad was like, what's the matter with this girl? What's the matter with this girl? Don't she know her career is finished now that she's had a child? my dad was like, bro, we should mash up her career. And true to form, Yaz was never the same. We never heard no more hits from Yaz. So having a child as a woman and fighting is a serious thing. Hence, Katie Taylor's. I don't even think Katie Taylor's in a relationship.
No, she is, man. She's married.
Oh, she's married?
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Yeah, she's married.
I did not know that. Well, we know Katie's a serious girl, but I remember watching her documentary. She was saying for a time she just wanted to focus. She didn't have no partner or anything.
Yeah,
but now
she's married. She's married.
Congratulations,
it's got to be a big fight for Katie Taylor though, because it'll be a last fight. Well, it'll be a last fight, I think.
Yeah.
If it's at Croke Park, that's the way.
That's gonna be sold out.
She wants to see.
Yeah, and you know, my one wish is to go and watch a Katie Taylor fight live, and I thought she was gonna retire after the other one, but yeah, she's got to give the Irish fans what they want and have that one last fight. At what do you say, Bobby?
Croke
Park.
So maybe there might still be time for me to go and watch Katie Taylor in the flesh. That would be good.
She is unbelievable, though. I mean, I saw her on the undercard for Anthony Joshua Carlos Tucker in Cardiff.
Yes.
I went to that,
fighter,
and I think that was where she won her first world title. She was unbelievable, honestly, unbelievable, different. She's like a different level. I mean, Clarissa's up there, right? Like, for sure. She's the GWOT, isn't she? But like, Katie was something special, She really is.
It's funny because Savannah Marshall was on such a upward trajectory, and I feel like after that Caressa fight, we haven't even seen her.
I don't get. Has she left Peter Fury? Did she leave Peter Fury, or she stayed with him, or what? I don't know.
No, remember she won the world title when she beat what's her name? She won the super middleweight crown.
Yes.
Yes, she did.
Yeah.
But I haven't seen her around Peter Fury again.
I don't know, mate.
I don't know. Listen, you know, the tiredness is kicking into Spencer now. We're seeing the eyes drop, bro. We don't want a repeat of past actions. So, Bob, thank you so much for your
Big up,
time
Bobby. Have a great,
on the
fantastic
show.
next
Listen, we've
7
done a
strong
good
days, bro.
2 hours, almost 2.5 hours. Thank you to everyone that joined us. Brick House Capital, as usual. Ota Checkmate 7345. Sylvester's in the house. Yeah, Ace 1221. There were so many there. Riverbud, yeah, Alan Skills, Andy, Deep Balboa. So many people, man. We just the crew. You know what? We're building up momentum again, Spence. Old type Darren Ballers is with us. The list goes on and on. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for your thoughts. Thank you for your opinions. And I'm sure we'll be back next week. Is there any what's on next week, Spence? Bob?
Lawrence Okoli, isn't it? Lawrence Okoli against Tony Oaken.
Lawrence Okoli, but you know the blood don't really get boiling for Lawrence Okoli.
No, it don't. But I tell you why it should be, though. I tell you why it should be. No, seriously. I tell you why it should be. Yeah, because Lawrence is very receptive to criticism.
Yeah. That just off his shoulders.
No. But he listens when man listens. He listens like, okay, you think I can't, and he wants to try and prove that he can do something. So let us see what he comes out to try and perform with come next week, because Yonkers been with it's about 2 years he's been training with Don now. So we shall see. Don's a very good trainer at heavyweights. So let's see what Yonker comes out. But what I do know is that Lawrence Okoli needs to do something to stamp authority, because it's wide open right now and he's number one contender for the WBC. So I know Yonker's going to come to fight, because Yonker's looking at, like, he's had a couple losses. He's lost to Carlos Takam, right? He lost to Bokoli, right? So he's had losses on his career where he's thinking now, like, you know what, shit, I can leapfrog myself and put myself back in that promise. Because let me tell you this, you see in France, that brother is a superstar after winning the gold medal. Remember, he won the gold medal and so did his partner. She won the gold medal as well. So
But they're divorced now.
They're divorced, but regardless, that propelled them. They were like some superstar couple.
Posh and Becks.
Yeah, the Posh and Becks of France. Yes. Right? So because of that, he's trying to rebuild. So he's been positioned to in a great fight where he knows in his heart of hearts, I know Don be telling him, you know, Don's like, that this is a must-win situation for us. You know what I mean? So he's going to come out, and Lawrence can't be doing this jab and grab and hold thing. Lawrence is going to have to go show something, because he's WBC #1 contender. We don't know what's going to happen with the WBC crown, because Usyk wins his next fight against the kickboxer man, and then he calls it a day. He says, "Oh, I'm done. I'm retired." Then the titles are going to get fragmented. So if the titles get fragmented, then it will be Lawrence Okoli versus Abhijit Caballero, because Caballero is the WBC interim champion.
Oh wow!
Right. So they both men. This one I know, because it's such an important fight with such meaning and gravitas behind it. I know it won't be dull. I think we might have to do a watch along for this one too.
Wow, that is quite a big thing then, Spence. Because
it's a big thing.
I can't see Usyk fighting Okoli.
No.
Or Tony Yoka.
Exactly. But Caballero could be fighting one of them too.
Yeah, so Caballero against Okoli. Okoli becomes a WBC heavyweight champion. And then, listen, I've always wanted to...
Okoli was calling for that fight when he went to watch Caballero as well, but they wouldn't let him in the ring.
Yes, and also, you know, the Richard Riapo has just made his name in the heavyweights. He's in the mix now. I see Richard, in typical Nigerian fashion, going straight for the big dogs. He wants the winner of the Bois Fabio.
And he should be calling for those guys.
And 1,000,000%. Oh yeah, Richard said he texted me. He said he would have come on, but show's finished now. We'll do it. But yeah, it's great, exciting. Next week, Lawrence Okoli. We're definitely going to be back here Sunday. We see you about the watch along on a Saturday. But thank you everyone for your time again. Let us end the show in exactly the same way we started it, with the magical words of dream it, believe it, become it.
You can end it, Bobby.
Peace, 2 fingers, we're out.
Come on.
Have a strong 7 days.
Yeah.
We'll catch you